Yes, we are so back. Welcome in, David. Welcome into the stream. I'm just messaging Tim real quick, and then begin. How you doing, David? Ooh, let's go. Wolfie, welcome in, welcome in. Ah, I didn't. Oh, I forgot you could do that. Yes, it wouldn't be a Kit Kat stream without it being scuffed. I'm so happy finally finished school. It's been too fucking long since the last stream. Yeah, streams will hopefully return maybe daily. I don't know. I'll see how I feel. But I feel like we shouldn't stall any further. Now I'm kind of pushing the boundaries. I'm gonna probably push the boundaries a bit with this stream because you wanna know what we're watching? Welcome in everybody. My name is Kit Kat Plays Twitch or Yoshi Plays 21, whatever you know me by. Today we're reacting to the entire YouTube Controversies Iceberg Explained. Hopefully you all enjoy. And if you're new to the channel, subscribe if you're over on YouTube and you haven't already. Follow me on Twitch if you want to. Also, I updated some of my alerts. I got some new follower alerts, so they're sort of randomized now, and as well as a few others. So be on the lookout for those. Anyways, let's get started.
YouTube is one of the most visited websites on the internet and attracts well over 2.5 billion
That's
users
insane.
monthly. This is only beaten
Wait,
out by
wait.
Google.
What is 8.3 billion? Oh my! Holy shit! I'm peaking as. Oh my god! Why didn't no one tell me I'm peaking?
Google, who owns YouTube anyway, so it doesn't really matter. With such a large community, there's bound to be many bad actors, and I've cataloged some of the most notable of which in an iceberg format. The iceberg goes from most known information to least known information. Without further ado, this is the YouTube Controversies Iceberg.
Alright, let's do this,
Before we get into this video, I should mention that this video covers a lot of disturbing and sensitive topics, and is much darker than any of the iceberg style videos I've made before.
Yeah, we're pushing it, we're pushing the boundaries.
The Paul brothers. Starting off strong,
no.
Logan and Jake Paul are some of the
Oh no.
most popular yet controversial figures on YouTube, with both of them having a combined 46 million subscribers and 13.2 billion total views on just their main channels alone. The two have been heavily scrutinized for a variety of reasons over the last decade they've been on YouTube, and there is a lot I could say about the two, though I'll only talk about the most notable controversies to save time. Firstly, in the days following up to New Year's Eve 2017, Logan Paul started a mini-series of vlogs filmed in Japan. On the third day, they would travel into a forest commonly referred to as the for the high amount of that occur there every year. They'd later find a body hanging from a tree and would turn the camera on it multiple times, only blurring the face of the body, despite other graphic details of the body being very apparent and clear, with Logan at one point even mentioning how the hands were almost purple.
This is bad. Dude, his hands are purple. He did this morning.
This was scrutinized for how inconsiderate it was.
Wait,
how
what did I say?
He did this.
Audio from the now deleted vlog. This sentence is heard when Logan is actually showing the body on camera. That is just fucked up, man. That is fucked up.
This morning.
This was scrutinized for how inconsiderate it was, how obnoxious those who were filming acted, and the fact this video was mostly shown to an audience made of children and young teenagers. This is far from the only controversy the two have faced either, so I'll do a lightning round of the few that I can remember off the top of my head. The cryptocurrency scams that Logan and Jake have been a part of, their general obnoxious behavior which made them an easy target for commentary channels, the time Jake Paul's mansion was raided by the FBI in relation to his involvement in looting during a protest, the time they accidentally doxed Post Malone, the multiple house parties Jake Paul held during the COVID-19 pandemic and the comments made afterwards, and much more. Baby Shark / Justin Bieber Baby / Friday / Wrecking Ball. These 4 entries will all be combined as they're all on the iceberg for the exact same reason. These songs had music videos that went viral at the time of them being created and received a lot of negative attention.
Okay, speaking of going viral, I just wanna share something. I posted a short not too long ago. How the fuck did it already have 243 views? How? Like, I posted this 3 hours ago. 3 hours.
The middle 2 are pop music videos made by teen stars in the early 2010s, and the first is a nursery rhyme with over 12 billion views. All of these, besides Wrecking Ball, are currently in the top 50 most disliked videos of all time. PewDiePie Bridge Incident refers to an infamous clip of the YouTuber PewDiePie from 2017. The clip is from a live stream that took place in September and shows PewDiePie getting frustrated while playing the game PUBG and calling the other person he was fighting a racial slur. The event received a lot of attention for a variety of reasons. 1, a creator of his size doing something like that, as he was the most subscribed YouTuber at the time of the incident, and 2, because this wasn't the only moment like this that happened in the same year. Only a few months prior, PewDiePie had done something very similar that caused a lot of changes to be made to YouTube, though I'll talk about that later. Around a year later, PewDiePie started a sort of joke rivalry with Indian music company T-Series, as their official YouTube channel was quickly going to overtake PewDiePie as #1 most subscribed YouTube channel. As a result, the subscribe to PewDiePie movement would become a widespread meme amongst the YouTube community. Notable examples of this quote movement include printers hack to make notes about subscribing.
Hold on, I'm gonna read this. PewDiePie, this just came through the ticket printer for the police station next door. #save PewDiePie. What to do? 1, unsubscribe from T-Series. 2, subscribe to PewDiePie. 3, share awareness to this issue. #save PewDiePie. 4, tell everyone you know. Seriously. Number 5, Brofest. Extra points. 1, subscribe to Dolan Dyke. 2, subscribe to Grande. 3, hit that dab like Wiz Khalifa. 4, delete TikTok. Yes. 5, smile. The world is a great place. Debatable. 6, never mind. It's 2018. We're all gonna die. Based. Pro tip: your printer exposed to the internet. Please fix that. Greens from a friendly giraffe.
To PewDiePie, and the time Mr. Beast promoted PewDiePie's channel live at the Super Bowl. PewDiePie created 2 diss tracks, Bitch Lasagna and Congratulations, which would rapidly gain hundreds of millions of views over the next year. The support for this movement came to a halt in March 2019 when the man behind the publicly supported the movement. The first of the 2 shootings was live streamed, and before walking into the mosque, the gunman would tell the viewers, "Remember lads, subscribe to PewDiePie." Not long after, the perpetrator behind the would do the exact same. Already being called anti-Semitic and being associated with the alt-right by news outlets before these events, PewDiePie would receive even more negative news attention, causing him to make a statement effectively ending the movement, stating that having my name associated with something so unspeakably vile has affected me in more ways than I've let shown. The diss tracks mentioned before were also criticized as they were thought by many to be racist towards Indians. For prank YouTubers, I've combined all the most notable into one entry, as there are a lot of them that have become despised figures in the YouTube community. While early prank videos uploaded to YouTube were often seen in a positive light and were rather lighthearted, a wave of prank YouTubers joined the platform around 2012 to 2014 that would become famous for being obnoxious in public, their disturbing prank ideas, and would later become some of the most hated creators on YouTube. One example that comes to mind is Sam Pepper's killing his best friend prank from
Oh my fucking god. I can't believe they're like, oh my god, I just got the best idea for a prank. Yo, what is it? I'm gonna kill you as a prank. Wait, what the?
2015, which was on the news for the large amount of backlash it received from the general YouTube community. The
Deserved backlash.
creators behind these pranks were heavily scrutinized for some of the often disturbing pranks that were pulled on camera, and just as many more prank YouTubers were scrutinized for faking pranks for views. 3 good examples are Prank Invasion, Vitalis TV, and Roman Atwood. All 3 of these YouTubers were caught using paid actors in videos. There have also been incidents of injuries, assaults, and even deaths that occurred as a result of YouTube.
20-year-old man was fatally shot while filming a YouTube prank. Boy.
Pranks gone wrong, such as Timothy Wilkes' death in February 2021. Killer Keemstar, host of the Drama Alert YouTube channel, is one of the most controversial figures in YouTube's history. Despite this, he's had a presence on the platform for over 14 years. If you go to Keemstar's page on the YouTube wiki, the table of contents lists over 40 subchapters in the controversies section. But I'll give you a quick rundown. In January 2009, trolling YouTuber D-Ranker uploaded a clip showing a drunken Keemstar in an Xbox lobby talking shit for fun, and people enjoyed the video a lot. This is where Keemstar's career starts. 9 months later, the XDJ Keemstar channel is created on YouTube. Later that year, Keemstar joined an already existing Halo trolling clan named Federation of
Sparkles the gay rapper?
Soul Gamers.
What?
Do not look at the acronym. In 2010, Keemstar starts streaming on primitive streaming service Blog TV, and would later become the #1 streamer for a time. During this time, he would be repeatedly console banned from Xbox Live by Microsoft, which resulted in Keemstar quitting making COD and Halo trolling videos. At an unknown point in 2010, Keemstar started streaming on the website Battlecams. This website no longer exists, but at the time it was a webcam live streaming website where people could upvote or downvote one of the 2 streamers put next to
Why does she look like she doesn't care about anything?
each other, and if the more downvoted streamer of the 2 was downvoted for long enough, they would be kicked out and someone in a queue of streamers would replace their spot. This is where the clip of Keemstar saying the hard R comes from. The context Keemstar gave behind this was that a moderator named Alex was messing with Keemstar, starting his stream early and supposedly calling him Italian slurs. Keemstar was banned from YouTube in the early 2010s after joining an MCN network owned by a hacker, leading to multiple other users being hacked as well. Between 2011 and 2013, Keemstar's channels and channels he was a part of would be repeatedly removed by YouTube, and he was blacklisted. In the last days of 2012, Drama Alert started as a way to report on drama going on between YouTubers and the COD community, with the original Drama Alert channel getting 25,000 subscribers and hundreds of thousands of views in the first 2 weeks of the channel's creation. On the 9th of January 2016, Keemstar mistook a 62-year-old RuneScape streamer named RS Glory and Gold of
RuneScape's offender returns #drama alert. Yummy mouse hacked. What?
being the convicted felon in John Phillips. As a
That's
result,
insane.
a crowd of people would berate RS Glory and Gold.
Okay, I will say, yes, I agree that this is wrong, and he was wrongly accused and wrongly insulted. But again, I don't condone what happened to him, but he does kind of look similar. I can kind of understand where they got it from. Again, I'm on this guy's side. He didn't do anything wrong. I'm just saying.
On his live stream chat based on misinformation. Keemstar would later call this his career's biggest mistake. On the 9th of June 2016, Keemstar leaks Pyrocynical's face on Twitter without permission months before his face reveal, but we'll talk about him later. And finally, in June 2019, Keemstar is accused of contributing towards YouTuber and streamer in the Nintendo community Etika's suicide, with heated interviews gone wrong taking place on the Drama Alert channel just weeks before. Rest in peace, Etika.
Rest in peace.
Tate. This one I don't even feel like I need to talk about, though recently Andrew Tate has been officially charged in Romania with Charlie Bit My Finger NFT. Charlie Bit My Finger, the iconic viral video from 2007 with over 800 million views, was deleted from YouTube by Charlie's family after the video was sold as an NFT worth $761,000. This upset a lot of people who saw this video when they were younger. Shane Dawson, or just Shane, was at one point one of YouTuber's most popular creators. In recent times, however, his career has taken a 180 and his channel has been slowly dying.
Okay. Since we're on the topic of Shane Dawson, alright? I remember watching this MK video once, And one of the posts like that was in the video was um I had this picture of this cat with quote unquote I'm hoping it's milk. I'm pretty sure it was milk. Spilled on it, and like with a caption saying, "I accidentally spilled milk on my cat." And then there was a comment under the post that "Nice try, Shane Dawson." That's absolutely insane. That Bo knew what he was doing with that. Bo knew. Also, give me a second. Uh, okay, we should begin now.
ever since. The main three things Shane Dawson were accused of were racism. There are many videos
Oh
that
my
exist of Shane Dawson either doing
Bro.
blackface, saying racial slurs, or both at the same time. Possibly
That's
the most
insane.
well-known Shane Dawson controversy comes from a clip from a 2013 podcast, where Shane tells a story where he using his cat. In a different
Oh my-
episode of the same podcast, Shane talks about very young children in a
Why is it doing this? But why? Okay, that's weird.
which Shane
Wait, I didn't see that.
episode of the
Editor's note. There are multiple clips of Shane of Shane genuinely harassing dogs and cats. Though I did not put those in here for obvious reasons, yes.
same podcast,
Good idea.
Shane talks about very young children in a which Shane
Wow.
explained both of these to be, quote, edgy jokes, though it was never mentioned in the original
No,
podcast clips
those
that
aren't
these were
jokes.
jokes, and didn't seem like it to many. Shane has also been involved with many controversial figures throughout his career, namely Kira the Wolf and Destry Smith, who was even the host of an entire series on Shane's channel. Content Cop was an insanely popular commentary series on YouTube that ran from 2015 to 2017, focusing on criticizing people in the YouTube community. The targets of each episode were usually controversial figures in the community,
At Ido, so 3 million people subscribe to you, and you openly say the N-word and wow.
and were disliked by many to begin with. These videos were immensely popular, with the series garnering over 300 million views across 11-ish episodes. The thing is, these videos were often insanely offensive, with racial and homophobic slurs being used in almost all of them. Despite most
Goddamn.
Content Cop episodes being on rather controversial figures who had plenty of aspects about them to criticize, some episodes would spend almost the entire duration focused on the appearance of the subject of the episode instead. The constant slur usage and general hateful spirit of many episodes brought what iDubbbz describes as a toxic fan base, and in 2023 he would unlist all Content Cop episodes and publish an apology, which stands at a 62% like to dislike ratio. Elsagate
Youch.
refers to a large-scale controversy where YouTube channels and videos targeted
Oh
towards
my
children,
God.
primarily featuring characters like Spider-Man, Elsa, and the Hulk, started in quotes and disturbing fetish-like content. This content would become a huge problem on YouTube from 2016 to
Yeah, I was gonna
2017.
skip past
Throughout
that.
the
I don't
last
want-
year,
I'm-
this
I'm
kind
not
of
gonna
disturbing
make you
kids
see
content
that.
has had a worrying most hated and controversial YouTubers in early 2022, for seemingly no reason in comparison to some of the other creators on this iceberg. Starting in early 2022, they would become one of the most hated and harassed figures in the YouTube space in a very short period of time. The main reason behind this backlash, from what I can understand, was the comment spam coming from Jellybean's fanbase, specifically the "It's Not a Mistake."
Even the official YouTube account posted that. That's insane. It's not a mistake. It's a masterpiece.
It's a masterpiece phrase, which was plastered over many comment sections for like a week. This is an umbrella entry for a variety of
Oh no. Please don't tell me you're gonna talk about the fight challenge. Please. Oh no.
dangerous challenges and trends that originated from the YouTube community. The Cinnamon Challenge, a fad that started in the early 2000s and peaked in popularity in the 2010s, where people would try to eat a spoonful of cinnamon without a drink to help you. This is quite dangerous, and poison control centers in America were receiving hundreds of calls about
In the first 3 months of 2012, the nation's poison centers have had 139 calls, close to 3 times as many as were received in all of 2011, seeking help and information about the intentionally misuse of cinnamon. And at least 122 of those calls arose from something called the Cinnamon Challenge, a game growing in popularity among teens in which a child is there to swallow a spoonful of ground or powdered cinnamon without drinking any water. That's why. Why do people do this?
failed cinnamon challenge attempts by the start of 2012. The Tide Pod challenge was a trend that started near the end of 2017, where people would attempt to eat Tide Pods, which would most likely be deadly if
like most detergent products, Tide Pods, a laundry detergent pod sold by Procter & Gamble, P&G, since 2012, can be deadly if ingested. Media reports have discussed how children and those with dementia could mistake laundry pods, but can endanger their health or life by consuming them. And they were named an emerging health risk by the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention in 2012. Again, why do people fucking do this? Are people dumb? Actually, I think that question already answers itself. Anyways, you know what I mean.
By the start of 2018, the AAPCC had reported over 37 cases.
Following the meme popularization on Twitter and Reddit, many media publications wrote articles discussing the phenomenon, while warning against eating Tide Pods. In January 2018, the Washington Post stated that the AAPCC reported 37 cases of pod ingestion among teenagers. So far that year, half of them were intentional. A related internet meme, the Tide Pod Chan, a anthropomorphization of a Tide Pod in a Japanese school uniform was created in order to warn against. What the fuck?
Cases of teenagers trying the challenge, planking a trend that started in the late 2000s and early 2010s where people would lie on their stomachs in weird places. The trend started to dip in popularity after a man in Brisbane fell to his death after planking on his balcony in 2011. The Bird Box challenge, based on the Netflix original of the same name, was a challenge where people would blindfold themselves before getting themselves into dangerous situations. In early 2019, a teenager in Utah crashed her car while driving blindfolded, leading to Netflix.
Oh my god, Netflix had to post. That. When you see, like an official company post on Twitter, and the post is not something about not like an advertisement and stuff like that. When it posted like this, that's when you know it got bad. That's how you know. Alright, let's see. Can't believe I have to say this, but please do not hurt yourselves with this bird box challenge. We don't know how this started, and we appreciate the love, but boy and girl have just one wish for 2019, and that you do not end up in the hospital due to memes. Amen, amen.
Putting out a statement advising people to not try the challenge. The ice cream challenge, where people would record themselves going into a store, opening ice cream cartons from a freezer and licking the top before putting it back where it originally was. The blackout.
This is why, I just want to say, this is why I don't eat ice cream from containers like this. I just buy a box of ice cream cones, you know what I mean? That's why I buy those.
To a store, opening ice cream cartons from a freezer and licking the top before putting it back where it originally was. The blackout challenge, which started on TikTok in 2021, involves choking yourself until you black out, which has led to the death of at least 15 children.
Should I share the story? Maybe. I might. Nah, I'm not gonna
Over
share
the last 2 years. The condom challenge, popularized near the end of 2015, where someone drops a water-filled condom on someone's head, enveloping their head.
You know something funny? Not that funny, by the way. When you envelop someone's head with a water-filled condom, they will both start to drown and suffocate.
And lastly, the fire challenge, which initially started around 2012.
I probably can't show you this. Yeah, you probably can't.
But had a resurgence on.
Also, yes. That's how dumb people are. Yes. Because the fire challenge, you set yourself on fire. Why? Why though? Like, why? You're actively setting yourself on fire. And any sane person with at least 5 functioning brain cells would know that putting your hand or any part of your body in fire will hurt a fuck ton.
TikTok and YouTube in the early 2020s. The challenge revolved.
This is why we need to ban TikTok for good.
Around people setting themselves on fire and has led to the deaths of multiple people. Nikocado Avocado is one of the most controversial figures in the mukbang community on YouTube, and there's a lot you could say about him, so I'll try to make this section of the video quick. He started out as a vegan mukbang YouTuber in the early.
Where did the parrot go? Did he eat him?
2010s, but as time went on, he would stop eating vegan and started eating more and more during videos. This would cause him to rapidly gain massive amounts of weight, with his viewers growing more and more concerned for him. As time went on, he started getting a negative reputation
Hey, yo, whoa.
in the mukbang community. Often his videos would boil down into fights with his husband and mental breakdowns in front of mountains of food.
Why the piano?
Starting in 2019, Nikocado Avocado's abusive and harmful behavior would be highlighted as several figures in the mukbang community would make videos talking about how he acted behind
Oh yeah, okay. So a bit of backstory behind this video. Now I got this. No, I know about this from another long video. Though I'm probably never gonna watch that video on stream because it's over 5 hours long. It's basically a compilation of almost if not all content creators that Penguin Zero or Moist Critical basically shot down for doing bad things. And one of the people he got involved, Moist Critical got involved with was Nikocado Avocado. And then and then Nikocado and like two other people, one of them being Stephanie, did like a collab mukbang, and then off camera, Nikocado basically bullied Stephanie, not which is not okay, not okay in any capacity. Don't do that. And she literally said in this video that her home safety was in question. I'm not even bullshitting. She said that, and she literally cried in this video. No,
the scenes,
no, we don't do
namely
that.
Stephanie Sue. Again, this is a deep rabbit hole, as you can very clearly tell. Nikocado Avocado is sacrificing his health for YouTube content. Out of everyone in the commentary community around the mid-2010s, I think RiceGum's story is one of the most interesting. Starting out in 2012 as a part of the COD trolling scene on YouTube, he would become one of YouTube's biggest commentary channels for a time, and the subject to a lot of drama. Throughout 2014 and 2015, RiceGum grew a sizable following on Twitch, where he would play games like COD and even interview models and porn stars. This is where some of
Why porn stars though? Just wondering. Like, why though?
his earliest controversies arose, as RiceGum's behavior towards some of these people was very strange, often not telling the person being interviewed that it was live. The most
Okay, that's just wrong. Like, I make sure that whenever I'm like in a Discord call with someone, I mean, I don't have access to Discord right now. Might do in the future, hopefully. But like back when I did have access to Discord, if I was in a call with someone and I was about to go live, I'm like, hey, I'm about to go live. Would you like to be heard on stream, or would you like me to mute you? So they can't hear you on stream. And if they say I want to not be heard on stream, then that's fine with me. I'll mute them on stream so they can't be heard on stream. Sure, then that might end up with me seeing me talking to a person that stream cannot hear, but privacy needs to be respected.
infamous of these controversies is a clip from 2015 of RiceGum asking one of these people who are a victim this question.
Like, if I'm like streaming on this laptop, and the reason why I'm saying this laptop in particular is because desktop on OBS, the desktop audio thing actually works on my laptop, but not my computer for some reason. So, if I'm in a call with someone and they don't want me heard on stream, I have to mute desktop audio and just go to an audio capture.
You got raped?
Yeah, bro.
No, but did it feel good though?
Did it feel good? Are you dead ass right now? Are you dead ass right now? That is absolutely insane. You did not say that. You did not say that.
Nah, I didn't.
In March 2017, after RiceGum
Why would it feel? Yeah, I'm gonna take a little break, guys. I'm just gonna get a glass of water. Oh my fucking god. Alright, we're back.
And the YouTuber Gabby Hanna already had beef online. They had met each other at someone else's party in LA. Gabby would approach Ricegum, taunting him and recording him for a Snapchat story, and Ricegum would apparently repeatedly tell her to stop recording. She continued to ignore his requests and record him, and Ricegum would apparently take her phone and smash it. While this is certainly rude, what Gabby Hanna would do afterwards
I want to show you guys something. Speaking of smashing phones, I know, I just want to show you something real quick. I just want to I don't know if how well you can see this. I don't know how well you can see it. Look at the amount of cracks in my phone. Also, we don't question why I'm wearing a suit and tie, okay? We don't question that. I don't know how well this is coming through. Wait. Okay, you can kind of see that. But this phone case is like so freaking cracked that you have no idea.
would make it a lot worse for herself. After the incident, she would tell
Also, if you're wondering what my wallpaper was, that was old picture of my dog Otis, rest in peace. You will be missed. With the Easter bunny ears on. I know you could barely see him because A, my phone camera isn't that good, and B, he was like he was a black lab, like he kind of blends into everything.
fans on her Snapchat story that she was pinned down and hit before the phone was smashed, before her story changed a few different times.
Look, I'm not saying that it's good to lie, because it's not. But if you are gonna lie, stay consistent.
A witness at the party would debunk this.
Romeo Lacoste, was one of the only person to see what happened start to finish.
And state that Ricegum had only taken her phone after a bit of a tug-of-war kind of situation. Quick note, the witness in question is a controversial figure himself, as
Tattoo God, the California Dream, LA MIA, creative director, invested entrepreneur for business and okay.
pedophilia allegations
Wow.
around his name. Ricegum had beef with Team 10 throughout the summer of 2017 and created some of his most popular videos because of it, notably his Every Night Sis diss track, which has nearly 200 million views. In October 2017, the YouTuber iDubbbz would make an episode of the show Content Cop, which was mentioned previously on the topic of Ricegum. This was a huge blow to Ricegum's reputation, and the original Content Cop episode was huge. While some genuinely good points are made in this episode, a lot of the content of the video was genuinely uncalled for. Ricegum's last huge controversy before he left YouTube involved promoting a gambling mystery box type website to his audience of mostly children in early 2019.
Okay. Speaking of gambling, I don't know if this I don't know if still in like the YouTube terms of service or not, but I remember at one time the TOS for like gambling on YouTube was so freaking weird. Like you could do it, but you just couldn't show like the URL, like this part right here. You just couldn't show that in the video. If you did that, boom, video deleted. You just couldn't show this, like, why that? Like, bro, half these gambling websites literally have the name on, like, the name of the gambling website would be visible on, like, in the video, but you just can't show this, like, this part, like, what the?
Supposedly, Ricegum was paid over $100,000 to promote this website with quotes from the company. Jake Paul also faced backlash for promoting the same website at the same time. Ricegum would
Also, I do not condone gambling. No.
Stop uploading on all his channels in 2020. As of late though, Ricegum has started to come back with frequent live streams and clips from his streams sometimes going viral on TikTok. Net Nobody, most commonly known as Skydoes Minecraft, was one of the biggest gaming YouTubers ever at one point. Skydoes Minecraft became famous after a string of successful Minecraft mod showcase videos and would become a part of Team Crafted. In 2016, Sky's relationship with their wife would fall apart and they would quit doing Minecraft not long after. In January 2022, Liz, the mother
I'm not reading all this, but I'm gonna read that tweet. Dear Adam Dalberg, aka Net Nobody, aka AFKA, Skydoes Minecraft, in time everyone knows the truth. I'm tired of letting you get away with this. Now please know. Putting the evidence below since they won't upload appropriately.
of Sky's second child, would come out with some very damning allegations. Sky abused her, cheated on her, abused their pets, multiple women, stole money from many people, and even forced her to have a child. Not long after, Sky would try to sell their YouTube channel for almost $1 million.
Dalberg listed the main account for
That vegan teacher is a YouTuber who initially had a career as an English teacher, but became a popular yet hated figure on YouTube starting in late 2020, after what I can only describe as vegan extremism.
Eat your vegetables!
The first notable backlash she saw was due to comments made towards various members of the Dream SMP.
Hello TikTok, I got two
Oh no, not this one. Oh no.
more golden play buttons today that I'm gonna show to girls if they come round. Cause they do.
Tommy, the nice vegan girls don't want to see your buttons. But if you want them to play with your buttons,
Wait.
you're gonna have to show them your fruits and your vegetables.
Hey yo!
This was in December 2020 when Tommy
That's
was
wild.
only 16 years old.
Oh
that
my
vegan teacher would become even more popular after a duet TikTok with her was made.
Eating animals is wrong, Gordon Ramsay. Hurting animals is wrong, Gordon Ramsay. Share the song, and if you call me a donut, that's fine, as long as you're vegan from now. Okay.
By Gordon Ramsay in early
I'm not going
2021,
vegan.
which would go on to receive over 12 million likes. That vegan teacher would receive even more backlash after she uploaded a video about racism.
Oh no.
I'll let you spot what's wrong here.
I'm not.
Name before, and you definitely know what it stands for.
I wasn't gonna risk it with that one. I'm skipping past
EDP
that.
was a YouTuber mostly known for his bombastic personality.
I know,
and was
right?
often showcased in his vulgar rant videos. EDP had been on YouTube since 2010, had over 2 million subscribers, and was well respected by much of the YouTube community. Throughout the summer of 2020, however, the positive opinion many had on him would slowly fade, as rumors of him being a child started spreading, as multiple victims came out with proof to
I'm not
back
gonna
it
read
up.
all this.
In April 2021, a YouTube duo
If I read all of that, if I read every single tweet and every single piece of text throughout this video, this is gonna be like 5 hours long. I'm not gonna do that. Oh yeah, the vegan teacher was wild. Like, you saw it, she's fucking white. In what mind did you think that was gonna be okay?
named the Predator Poachers, who I should add were nowhere near innocent, ended up exposing him as a after they used a decoy to meet up with him.
And honestly, I did not support racism in any capacity.
This is where the infamous footage of him trying to get a cupcake came from. Over the next few weeks, the news would spread rapidly, and his channel would be terminated later that month. Since then, EDP has tried to make multiple comebacks and was spotted working a few different jobs, though his pages would get terminated very quickly. Google Plus was a social media website that Google operated from 2011 to
Wait, I just want to check. Killed by Google. 206 Jesus Christ.
2019. The reason this is on the iceberg is because of how Google Plus accounts were integrated into YouTube channels starting in 2013. In late 2013, YouTube's comments section would be replaced with one entirely powered by Google Plus, even requiring a Google Plus account to be associated with their YouTube profile to comment at all. This was a very controversial change at the time, with even the co-founder and creator of YouTuber's first video ever, Jawad Karim, making a post on his account saying, "Why the fuck do I need a Google Plus account to comment on a video?" From
Goddamn, thank God I wasn't on YouTube during that time.
2013 to 2015, YouTube accounts had Google Plus accounts linked to them upon creation. This was changed in July 2015. Little known fact, Google Plus was not Google's first attempt at their own social media, with projects like Google Wave and Google Buzz being incorporated into Gmail as far back as 2009. The term adpocalypse refers to a variety of scandals that led to advertisers pulling their ads off YouTube, dating back to late 2016 and early 2017. The most notable adpocalypse incident occurred in February 2017 when PewDiePie paid two people on Fiverr to hold up a sign with an phrase on it. PewDiePie's
This wasn't the only reason advertisers were pulling out at the same time. There was a big catalyst for
reasoning
it.
for this was that he wanted to test how much he could push the rules and if they would do it or not. News outlets picked up on this as he was the
Yeah, I'm pushing rules as well. So if you don't see another video from me, it's been a ride.
biggest YouTube channel at the time.
Hey, what's up, man? What's up? How you doing?
And was
Welcome.
almost the face of YouTube.
I am finally back.
Major brands would pull their advertisements off YouTube as a result, and YouTube would become much more strict with their demonetization policies. Drama.
At this time, I haven't figured out an exact schedule, for streams, over the summer, but I'll try and stream as much as I can. Though, my schedule will probably be at least once per day. There might be some days where I won't stream, just give myself a break, but
Geddon refers to
Yeah.
a three-part series of incidents occurring from the summer of 2018 to late
and the stream will probably mostly be in the afternoon.
2019 within the YouTube beauty community. Named as such,
I am not doing. Yeah, I know I did a. Wait, you're Muffin, right? Was it Muffin? I think it was Muffin. But yeah, like, I'm not gonna do what I did last time where I streamed 2 times per day. That was insanity. I remember that one time last summer, I did like 3 streams and like made 5 videos in this in one day. I don't know what I was on.
due to the massive size of all the creators involved and coverage in mainstream media. Named as such due to the massive size of all
Welcome back, Muffin. Welcome back. I'm just doing some quick math. Okay, combined they have about 52.74 million subscribers. Jesus Christ.
all the creators involved and coverage in mainstream media. The term Dramageddon is usually used to refer to the drama between Tati Westbrook and James.
Also, yes, I finished junior year of high school. I'm technically a senior now. Getting up in life.
Charles in May 2019, so it's
Also, I have my license. Though, yeah, I have my driver's license now.
The roads are no longer safe.
Anyways, yeah.
also often used to talk about the situation behind the Laura Lee apology video she made for racist tweets that came up where she pretends to cry for 4 minutes and mumbles. On the 10th of May 2019, Tati Westbrook uploaded the now infamous video Bye Sister, following a few weeks after James Charles' promotion of Sugar Bear Hair, a hair product which was the direct competitor to Tati's brand Halo Beauty. In the video, she talks about how she feels like she was betrayed by James, as the two had been friends for years and she acted as a sort of mentor to him. As well, she talks about alleged instances of from James having a history of seducing straight men using money and fame, which was really the tipping point for many former James Charles fans. In the next 3 days, James Charles would lose over 3 million subscribers, even setting the world record for most subscribers lost in one day on the 11th. Later that day, James would upload a response video named Tati, where he apologized to Tati and her husband James Westbrook directly, maintaining his stance on why he promoted a competing hair product brand, and doesn't address any of the claims made in Bye Sister. The video would later be deleted as a result of heavy backlash. On the 18th, James posted a video named No More Lies, a video in which he directly addresses the claims made in Bye Sister with his own evidence. He gives a full, clear timeline of events concerning the
I'm gonna read this. I know I said I was deleting everything, but I've recently seen some videos and other things online calling me out for my viral tweet against James Charles. So I had to make a new account to make a formal apology. I'm so sorry. I never meant to hurt anyone, make James look bad. It was all just a social experiment. And I never expected it to go viral. I wanted to see how quickly someone would believe a false sexual assault story, with no evidence in this day and age of the Me Too movement. And literally hundreds of thousands of people believed it. I'm so sorry. And also for the past problematic things I've done. Doing blackface, promoting my incest, necrophilia, bestiality, BDSM, DDLG, I'm not gonna even look what, I don't even know what that is, I'm not gonna look it up. And that, kinks, etc. I'm mentally ill and did all this on during a manic phase. I feel terrible about it. I apologize to every fiber of my being. Okay, one thing. I like in YouTube apology. I've heard this. I've heard an excuse. Oh, just a social experiment. Why don't you say that at the start of it? Like, if you're gonna make a video and then if you're gonna make a video that ends up with you having to make an apology video, that ends up in that apology video say it's a social experiment. Why didn't you just say it was a social experiment at the start of the video that caused you to make an apology video? Hmm. And also, social experiments about fake sexual assault, that isn't something to joke about. No, 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 we don't do that.
The claim made by Tati that he tried to trick a straight man into thinking he's gay. This causes Tati
What beat?
to
What
lose
beat,
hundreds of
nothing.
subscribers in the following days after having more than double their sub count following the release of Bye Sister. Overall, the situation was a huge mess and was so popular that anyone on social media, whether you were invested in the beauty community or not, heard about it in some capacity. Farther down the makeup YouTube drama rabbit hole, Jeffree Star is a makeup artist and designer who originally built a following on MySpace during the mid-2000s and used it to build a career around music and later makeup. After
Hey,
the
yo.
fall off of MySpace, Jeffree Star would become one of the top beauty YouTubers. Jeffree Star's earliest backlash came from very racist remarks and skits from 2007 and 2008,
Whoa.
which would resurface time and time again. An apology was made in 2017 explaining
Mind Bologna, okay. I might make a drum video about that, I might do that. Let me just, you know who it's by?
that it was a dark time in Jeffree's life and that he used, quote, shock humor to cope with it. In 2018, a tweet including a photo of a friend group of makeup YouTubers that Jeffree Star frequently collaborated with would be posted with a, quite
Bitch is bitter because without him we're doing
bitter caption. As a result, people would start digging into the backstories behind the creators in the photo, which is what led to the Laura Lee apology video I talked about earlier. Call Me Carson was one of the fastest growing gaming YouTubers throughout 2018 and 2019 and is most known
Man, I can't wait to be, like, my PC will hopefully be fixed soon. Oh, weird. Oh, I've been listening to some of his shit.
for owning SMP Live when it was still around. In March 2020, Carson would call the members a lunch club, the collective of content creators he was a part of,
Give me a sec. Alright, I'm good.
and confessed that he had a 17-year-old fan when he was 19. Various members
Wow.
in Lunch Club would keep quiet about the situation until January 2021, when two members, Travis and Hugbox, talked about it on the show Drama Alert. A day later, the victim would come forward with
Grooming, pedophilia, Carson situation. I can personally come out and say that I've been groomed by Carson. I have talked to many people who never came out about this since now. At the time, I was still 17 in high school. I jokingly tweeted at Carson be my boyfriend on my old account. He didn't reply to the tweet and went straight to my DMs. I don't have an old screenshot, but I have Discord messages.
message log showing rather manipulative behavior on Carson's part. A lot of people are divided on this case, as some people think the age gap isn't large enough to worry about, and other people think that Carson's behavior during these conversations is really concerning.
Alright, I'll put that in my list for... I'll put that in my list.
And that he knew exactly what he was getting into. Carson would stop posting on social media for months, only returning near the end of 2021. Lunch Club, the collective, has disbanded, and the people he used to make videos with had cut ties with him entirely.
Wait. Only person I recognize here, besides from Carson, is that Slimesicle?
Unrelated, but Carson faced backlash prior to this for a racist name they used on Minecraft in 2016, which has since been hidden on websites like NameMC. I'm gonna keep this part as short as possible, but Dream is one of the largest and fastest.
Alright, after I'm done with stream, I'll listen to both of them, and then I'll decide which one I wanna do.
Growing Minecraft creators of all time, though he's been receiving backlash throughout almost all of his career for a variety of reasons. Firstly, moderators of speedrun.com did research, figuring out that Dream's Minecraft 1.16 speedrun was fake, as Dream had cheated. The probability of Dream's luck with pro drops and trades, and everything going down the way that it did during his run, was over 1 in 7.5 trillion. Dream revealed months later he unknowingly had a mod enabled during 6 of his speedrun practice streams. Before this, Dream had made a variety of racist jokes during his time on the internet, including an MLG edit of the which was featured in a video from 2015. Multiple racist jokes made in 2019 during the PewDiePie World Seed Series era. On October 3rd, 2022, the long-awaited Dream face reveal occurred.
I'm dropping it.
Most of the response was very negative, with many comparing him to some sort of character or talking about how he was forcing himself to talk at an angle where you could see his jawline. He even
Don't you cheer, it's the person who made this video. Well, even he couldn't keep it together.
unrevealed his face, as statistics went down on his channel after the face reveal. To make matters worse, the same
Wait, I just want to check. How early on on YouTube did I reveal my face? I wonder where Steph put. Huh. Okay, I know getting off task, kind of. I'm not gonna watch my own. We're not gonna watch my old video. January 7th. Oh my god. Yeah, I think I revealed it like very early on. Like when I first like had like a actually showed my face like the first time, like very early on. Anyways,
day multiple people came out with allegations
Dream, you fucked up. I'm now getting the law involved. The pictures, messages, everything. Consider one last time telling the truth before I contact the police for receipts of your pictures, etc. And this is fucking serious shit you're denying, and it happened to me.
stating that Dream had them when they were underage. There's also the time he had beef with a dude.
This is so embarrassing. If I ever get famous and become like this, put a bullet through my eyes. And he was applying to all these people that hate on the D team community for having toxic shippers. Like, I'm the toxic shipper. It's me. Hello, I joke about shipping myself with my friends. I'm also toxic. It's me. Eat shit, but also you're perfect. You're perfect the way you are, you little munchkin hater. I love you. And then you reply to that. That will require you to have a personality other than spreading hate on internet, you dweeb. Yeah, well, for now I'm taking, yeah. Thanks for, thanks, Muffin. But yeah, I'm gonna take away from relationships for a while because, yeah, but unlike everyone else, me and Timothy are still friends. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, oh my god, it has been a while. In my I have, you know how I sound now because I'm talking right now. But I have I have a video. I have a short little video. I can turn off my filters on my mic real quick so I can hear it. So you can hear it. This is what I sound like back in middle school. You're not ready for this.
He said he never goes to the back. I'm giving him evidence.
My voice is so fucking high pitched. Oh my god.
Named BallsLover32. David Dobrik, the leader of YouTube influencer collective The Vlog Squad, is one of the largest vloggers on YouTube ever, winning and being nominated for countless streaming awards and Nickelodeon Choice Awards, having tens of millions of subscribers and over 8 billion views across his 3 channels.
I know, right? Jesus Christ. If I might sound like that again if I'm on helium. If I'm on helium, I might sound like that again.
It seemed like David Dobrik really had everything going for him. After a year-long break from uploading, he would come out with an apology video in March 2021, stating that an anonymous woman had come forward stating that Dirty Dom, a former Vlog Squad member...
Wait, in what clip? In what clip? What are you talking about, Dave? Why are you my first man? Huh?
Only a month prior, another former Vlog Squad member named Seth had accused David Dobrik of sexual assault after he was deceived into kissing another Vlog Squad member while he was blindfolded. While David Dobrik is still huge, this was a huge blow to his reputation. Dislikes removal refers to YouTube removing the default ability to see how many dislikes a video has, which happened in November 2021. There are extensions you can download for most browsers that undo this change.
Yeah, I have that extension installed. I have that. Yeah, it was. Yeah, when I pick, he doesn't do the 1.8K this line.
Though it's still a very controversial decision. YouTube's main reasoning behind this change was that people actively work to drive up the number of dislikes on a creator's videos. Much like with the Google Plus comment update of 2013, YouTube's co-founder Jawad Karim would return to talk about how dislikes being removed was a universally disliked change, stating it would mark the start of the platform's decline. Leafy is here with the main face of the edgy CSGO surf gameplay commentary YouTube channel wave of 2015 and 2016, and made a lot of enemies very early on in his career on YouTube. A lot of people, myself included, found out about him through the Reptilian Army or his comment spam that he started in 2015. He became one of the fastest growing YouTubers throughout early 2016, though he was often criticized for doing things like making fun of random kids. A lot of people started to turn on him after a video he'd made making fun of a YouTuber named Tommy NC 2010. Tommy would respond with a video of him nearly crying, explaining to viewers that Leafy's fans had sent him a wave of death threats.
Oh my god.
YouTubers like H3H3 would pick up on this and the situation would garner a lot of attention. Leafy's daily view and sub counts would start to decline after iDubbbz's Content Cop episode on Leafy made in September, which garnered nearly 30 million views in the first year. In 2020, Leafy would make a return to the internet after a 3-year hiatus, and his channel would be deleting following a series of videos he made on Pokemon. Leafy's still active on sites like Rumble and Twitter, where he's you know?
Wow.
YouTube Rewind is a series that YouTube hosted from 2010 to 2019, recapping some of the biggest events in the YouTube community each.
Alright, let me know in the comments down below if you want me to react to all of the YouTube Rewinds, if you want me to experience true cringe.
year. The contents of each episode would get more complex as time went on, featuring cameos from huge YouTube celebrities. The last episodes of the series would be heavily disliked by the YouTube community, especially the 2018 YouTube Rewind, which is the most disliked YouTube video of all time, with over 19 million dislikes.
Wow.
In 2020, YouTube decided they would not do a Rewind episode for the year.
About Rewind this year. Since 2010, we've ended the year with Rewind, a look back at the year's most impactful creators, videos, and trends. Whether you love it or only remember 2018. Wow, they finally admit it. Rewind was always meant to be a celebration of you, but 2020 has been different. And it doesn't feel right to carry on as if it weren't. So we're taking a break from Rewind this year. We know that so much of the good that did happen in 2020 was created by all of you. You found ways to lift people up, help them cope, and make them laugh. You made a hard year genuinely better.
And that was the last we heard of YouTube Rewind. Jay Shaw has been a controversial figure in the Minecraft community for the last few years. He started growing as a YouTuber and streamer during late 2018 and early 2019, as he was often featured in SMP Live Highlights, Call Me Carson videos. He made his own video essays, and he was a part of the Dream SMP. SMP Live Highlights, Call Me Carson videos. He made his own video essays, and he was a part of the Dream SMP when it was very new. Once being a part of the Dream SMP crowd of creators, he would be separated after a series of insensitive jokes he had made came to light. The most notable of which was a Jackbox video he'd made with friends in March 2021, which featured a blackface joke in the thumbnail. A lot of people, especially on Twitter, did not like this, and the thumbnail would be replaced with dumb bird. There was much more like this on his channel, such as in 2020 during a video where he was playing Slender. He made a joke comparing the Paralympics to the game Quap. Jesus Christ. There are multiple clips of him using homophobic slurs, which inspired the Kick Schlatt hashtag on Twitter, in which people were demanding that Schlatt be removed from the Dream SMP. There are also a variety of miscellaneous controversial tweets, such as an Islamophobic tweet from 2018, a tweet from 2017, where Schlatt defends PewDiePie after saying the hard R on stream, and a now deleted tweet from 2020 that was seen by many as racist.
Alright, so I met this girl and I started to like her, but I liked her at a very inconvenient time, and a friend told me that she actually liked me back.
Just as many people claim the tweet was taken out of context from its original thread. KSI has been on YouTube for years and is one of the biggest.
Okay. Let me get the clip. I want to get the clip. Where is it?
Wait a second.
Okay. Since we're on the topic of KSI, I wanted to show you this clip.
Wait a second. No, I'm tired of this, man. I'm tired of getting disrespected by everybody in my life, man. I'm trying to become a country singer. That's it. That's it. That's it, man. Now I'm listening on JJ, Alatunje. When you fight Jake, maybe someday forehand long like a runway, switching out my floors like that wet beans in a Call of Duty gun game. Money talent, short trying to find your talent. For head circumference, the fights Mad Max. Married was still so lost, they got money in the crypto. Tommy Fears coming, they got blocked by the tiptoe. What's whip now? You gotta big like a hip on this track till you go back to a way. Fellow, knock the bitches out with your elbow. Big nose like Elmo, your rap don't float like Jello. Stop trying to sing falsetto, need to let her take the L, bro. This must be a crime. Drinking donkey piss or prime. Why they call it Simon when it out on your side, but they shaking on your behind. I'll return your head into mega mine. Beer progress for the way behind. Better than all these other talents in this talent show combined. It's really
this beat hits though.
You kicked in walls and shit, you on your period, so here's your pad. Persistent uploads, man, you tricked them. You go wrong, so the Logan's victims up in your system. Distract wisdom, all these other clowns are not even competition. Listen, wait a minute, you thought I was British? I'm a country boy, man, let's get this shit. Yeah! Can't stop, boy, bitch, you feel like a buff flake for this house, so I'm about to go upgrade. Pull up in the truck, country boy, don't dump shake. Thought I was a British boy, got it with that puff fake. Now listen, it's Barack Obama now here, right? Barack Obama, and you know I'm snapping. JJ, why you built like a napkin?
That part always gets why you built like a napkin. That's insane. Anyway, back to our originally scheduled program.
Creators, period. Throughout his career though, however, he's been the center of many different controversies. In 2018, on Christmas Day, KSI and his brother Deji, who had uploaded videos alongside him at one point in time, had a violent altercation. This ended in KSI.
Alright, I'm gonna read all this. I don't care what you say. KSI kicked out the house. Both said we owned the house. Said it will call the police if I say My parents just look by and allow it, lol. This shit is fucked, man. After all the years of helping this boy, just sad, whatever, you do you, fam.
KSI being kicked out of the house, and the whole
Okay, so I told you to delete the videos about me. I wanted to squash this beef, but you said the videos you made cost you money. And I said I'll reimburse you, and you said, no, you want those videos up because because of your time and the views. All you care about is the views. Deji. I told you to leave my house because you threatened to smash my computer and kick down my door. You wanted me to delete my videos when you told me I could upload it. You came home just to argue. Stop playing the victim.
altercation was very
Okay,
public, with both parties
I'm not
live
gonna read all
tweeting
this.
about the whole situation as it was going on. In May 2019, Deji would upload a video about KSI getting very physical with him and often trying to sleep with girls Deji had already been in a relationship with. Both sides would make long videos about the situation, and in 2021, Deji and KSI had a reunion, marking an end to a long and drawn-out battle. KSI's most recent controversy was when, in a video on the Sidemen channel where they were playing some sort of word game, KSI used a racial slur against those of Pakistani
You didn't win if you want to.
descent to try and win a round of the game. This started a wave of backlash against KSI, and he would quickly apologize, stating it wasn't okay under any circumstance. As a result of being kicked out of VidCon 2018, YouTuber Tana Mojo, who already was a very controversial YouTuber, attempted to host her own convention. This convention was TanaCon 2018, or what I'd like to call Fire Festival Redux.
Oh.
There was no security to...
Oh, wait, if in Firefest that one that like promised to be like paradise, then turned out to be like just like a bunch of like tents with like, and I'm pretty sure they're against like human rights.
Capacity was only 1,000 while there were 4,000 people in attendance, and the convention would be shut down on the first day due to safety hazards. Overall, the TanaCon convention was a complete disaster, with her not even being there half the time. To finish off tier 1, I want to talk about Miranda Singh.
Oh, which I think this is gonna take a lot longer than I expected. We still have a long way to go.
Who was accused of in group chats when she was 30. This is someone with well over 10 million subscribers on just her main channel alone. In response, she played the ukulele for 10 minutes and sang. She doesn't really refute any of the alleged claims and just sings about manipulation and people finding enjoyment in making allegations.
But oh, on tier 2, finally.
This entry refers to a video named Hi Walter, I Got a New Girlfriend Today from 2009. The video starts off by addressing someone named Walter and telling him that he got a new girlfriend today while he was at the mall. The man opens the door behind him and you could very clearly see a woman tied up on the ground and hear her crying for help. This video flew under the radar until 2016 when the video became popular again because people on Reddit mistook the tied up girl for a missing teenager from Wisconsin named Kayla Berg, who went missing around the time the video was uploaded. This was false, and Kayla Berg's actual mother went on the news to disprove this fact. It was confirmed this was a fake creepy video and that the actor we see in the video was in multiple other videos. Kayla Berg is still missing.
The biggest YouTube comment argument. I don't think I have.
I should also mention that back in 2009, weird creepy one-off videos like this were very common. 1444 refers to the name of a gore video of a livestream suicide that took place on the 17th of October 2019. Later that same day, it would be uploaded to YouTube by a channel named Gore, and it wasn't taken down for a whole 3 days. In these 3 days, people on social media advised against searching the video up. YouTube moderation was very slow to take this video down for some reason. TwoMad is a video editor and YouTuber who was responsible for a lot of popular memes throughout the mid to late 2010s. From his Overwatch edits, which were popular in 2016, to something like the Goodnight Girl video or his Zoom raids that were on the news during quarantine.
Oh my god.
Throughout the last 4 years, he's been the center of many controversies, such as the feud he had with another YouTuber named Jameski in late 2019, though the original videos TwoMad made about the situation have been deleted, and nothing came of it afterwards. The thing that originally set a lot of people off about TwoMad was a bit that he would do quite often, which a lot of people considered to be racist against different Asian cultures, during his battle against the BTS fandom and many of his Zoom rating live streams. But what really shattered his reputation for good was what he said on social media in June of this year. On the 23rd, in response to a comment telling TwoMad that he had no life, TwoMad would quote retweet it with a picture of Brianna Jai saying she was his girlfriend. For those who don't know, Brianna Jai was a 16-year-old trans girl who was stabbed to death by 2 teenagers in what was later revealed to be a hate crime in February of 2023. A lot of users were upset at how insensitive the original tweet was, was, and 2Mad would respond to this backlash by saying he didn't know who she was and just saved the image because she was hot. The picture was taken when she was only 16 and 2Mad was 22. Less than 24 hours later, an ex-girlfriend of 2Mad would come forward alleging that 2Mad had sexually assaulted her and would go on to spam her with texts on different throwaway phone numbers for 7 months straight. She later attached a real video of 2Mad apologizing, confirming this was something that really happened. 2Mad had even signed a thrown together contract stating he would not entertain the idea of any sexual activity with the victim. 2Mad's tweets from then on would get more and more manic, with some tweets even saying things like, "Never sexually assaulted nobody in my life, but not gonna stop crazy bitch from lying on YouTuber guy," and "You want me to suffer for it? Hell nah, and you know what? I would do it again." This situation is very new, and as I'm working on this video, more information may come out. Kony 2012 was a documentary by Invisible Children Incorporated, made about invisible children's plans to capture Joseph Kony. Joseph Kony is a Ugandan war criminal and leader of the LRA, who is responsible for the murders, abductions, and enslavements of tens of thousands of children, as well as the employment of child sex slaves and child soldiers. The documentary was wildly viral on YouTube, hitting the 75 million view milestone in just a week, which was insane for 2012, let alone now. The man behind the documentary was Jason Russell, and he would become a controversial figure himself not long after the documentary was published. Many were unsure where the money raised behind the documentary would go, and many would call the documentary too oversimplified, and the project was unfocused in its goals. The public pressure and controversy surrounding him would break Jason Russell, and TMZ would publish footage of him mid-mental breakdown, yelling and running around outside completely naked. Jason would be detained, and the reputation of the Kony 2012 campaign and its creator were severely damaged. The Invisible Children Foundation has been disbanded, and no, Kony has not been caught.
Wait, I don't think it's still up though. I don't think it's still up. Yeah, I think he said it got taken down. And that was in the early days of YouTube, so it's been down for quite a while. I'm pretty sure.
Martin is a gaming YouTuber who was under fire in 2016 for his promotion of a CSGO gambling website. He co-owned the website with fellow YouTuber Syndicate, which he did not disclose, which is a crime. This led to a now deleted apology video to be published, which is considered to be one of the worst YouTuber apologies ever. JStation was a controversial YouTuber.
Yeah? What's up?
Who is most known for those 3 AM Among Us deep web potion type videos. His first bit of controversy came in 2016 when he was arrested for trespassing during the filming of an overnight challenge video. 2 years later, he would be the center of more controversy after using the deaths of famous celebrities for views, making 3 AM videos about people like XXXTentacion, Etika, and Mac Miller. In January 2020, he posted a video where he pretended that his girlfriend had passed away and that he was saying
No, we don't do that. No.
Saying goodbye to her in the video. As some were quite skeptical, YouTubers Some Ordinary Gamers would contact his local police.
Why is Some Ordinary Gamers looking like he actually did it?
Asking if anyone with the name Alexia had passed away from the given reason in JStation's area, which they denied. 4 days later, JStation's girlfriend Alexia uploaded a video about the situation confirming it was fake. Only a week later, JStation would be arrested as a result of a violent fight with his girlfriend, and on the 13th of March 2021, all of his channels would be terminated completely. In April 2016, the owner of the YouTube channel Matt Haas Zone would file a lawsuit against commentary duo H3H3 Productions as a result of a video the duo made poking fun at Matt. Matt Haas's lawyer claimed that 70% of Matt's original video was used without H3H3 contributing anything substantive to it, and H3H3 would win the lawsuit in 2017, with it being ruled that Matt's video being used was fair use as a matter of law. JonTron was a Normal Boots member and game reviewer who was most popular on YouTube during the early to mid 2010s. In March of 2017, JonTron would receive a lot of backlash after various racist comments and white supremacist talking points were used during a live stream political debate with streamer Destiny. JonTron had also used the N-word used during a live stream political debate with streamer Destiny.
This is a top comment, by the way. The debate felt like choosing the wrong dialogue option every time. What?
JonTron had also used the N-word many times in the past, especially on the Game Grumps YouTube channel. This incident led to him being kicked from Normal Boots. Onision is an admittedly washed-up comedy YouTuber who has been making videos since 2007. You likely know him from the I'm a Banana music video. If you were following him at any time in the 2010s, you'd know that his love life and every detail about his relationships was very public, with many of his relationships ending on very sour notes. Over time, more and more allegations about his awful, abusive, and manipulative behavior would come out against him as far back as 2012. In 2019, however, the most damning evidence against Onision.
Okay, quick thing. Why the fuck did you make your chat take up 90% of the fucking screen? Who does that?
And his spouse Kai was revealed by a girl named Sarah who had been living with them since she was only 16. What Onision had told his audience was that this was like a foster child type relationship, though this had actually been much more sinister behind the scenes, describing allegations of sexual assault and predatory behavior from both Onision and Kai. Kai had also been exchanging nudes with multiple teenage fans despite being in their 20s. These details became public in 2019, and as more and more of the YouTube community found out about these allegations, people would start mass reporting his profiles, and this is what caused the infamous Patreon meltdown videos, which put him in the spotlight even more. 2 lawsuits were filed against Onision by victims of his abusive and predatory behavior in February and March of 2023. This is far from the only controversies he's ever faced too. Throughout 2016, Onision had a series where his underage fans would send him pictures of their bodies for him to body shame them in front of millions of people. That was basically it. Onision also posted many videos making fun of Eugenia Cooney for her anorexia, and in the summer of 2011, Onision published 2 videos about his ex-girlfriend Shiloh experiencing seizures and episodes of memory loss caused by transient amnesia. These were heavily criticized as she never received medical attention, only because Onision believed she didn't require emergency medical attention for something like memory loss. As well, Onision has been accused many times of abusive behavior towards his own children, with this audio being recorded in the background of one of his spouse's videos.
Sweet as I thought they would be. They're actually not as sweet as I thought they would be. And it looks fucking awesome. Oh, my second one. Oh, I would just savor it and eat it slowly. Fuck. Caramel apple empanada?
In January 2020, his daughter fell out of a second-story window in his home, which was a 20-foot drop, and her skull was fractured as a result of the fall. There is much more to the Onision rabbit hole that I won't get into for the sake of time. Comment bots on YouTube trying to scam viewers have been an issue for a very long time.
Okay, this I will read.
Comment bots on YouTube trying to scam viewers have been an issue for a very long time, though they've gotten much worse over the last 4 years. They come in many different shapes and sizes. One you might remember is the Logan Wannabe Friends bot. NNA Productions is one of those 3am challenge type channels with videos targeted towards kids. Throughout 2017 and 2018, the channel was mostly criticized for one of 2 things. 1, the free gift card giveaway scams they would run in every video, which had no real winners. And 2, the content itself being really bad. Save the Kids refers to a pump and dump cryptocurrency scam scheme that was marketed as a charity and promoted by multiple members of FaZe Clan and YouTubers like RiceGum and Sam Pepper. The creators, who are only alleged, built up hype around the coin just for its worth to drop by over 95%. The project was a complete and total scam, and the members of FaZe Clan involved were kicked shortly after. On the 3rd of April 2018, 38-year-old Nasim Agdam would open fire on the YouTube headquarters, injuring 4. She would then commit suicide at the scene. Nasim had been making YouTube videos under the name Green Nasim for years, though she believed she was being actively censored. She was barely making any revenue from her videos, claiming she had only made 10 cents for a video with over 300,000 views. Jenna Marbles is a former comedy YouTuber who had over 20 million subscribers, and in 2020, she uploaded an apology video, apologizing for internalized misogyny, racist remarks, blackface featured in older videos, and more. She then explained that she would be taking an indefinite hiatus, and many fans have been wanting her to make a return, though it's unclear if she will. The apology video has since been made private. The massive media company Paramount Global, formerly known as Viacom, has sued YouTube countless
Not really formally known, just kind of turned into Paramount Global.
times,
Okay.
even suing them for $1 billion at one point. Some of their earliest legal battles date back to March 2007, and Viacom has been blamed by people in the YouTube community for their strict copyright rules and content ID system for years. In 2006, the popular media company Machinima would start hosting films made entirely inside video games submitted to their site on YouTube, and the Machinima YouTube channel would become one of the most popular on the site, even being the 4th most subscribed channel at one
Wow.
point. In their time on YouTube, they had opened a Machinima MCN, which had a reputation amongst creators as one of the worst MCNs ever. They had signed creators into illegal lifelong contracts and taken amounts of money from them that I can only describe as cruel. And in 2019, out of nowhere, all of the work hosted on the Machinima channel would be wiped at once, and a month later, they announced they'd laid off all their employees and were entirely defunct. In late 2015, comedian Nicole Arbour would upload a rant video.
Okay, I know I may be done with it, but I just never understand what a machinima actually is. Like, if anyone actually knows what like a machinima is, please tell me. I actually have no idea.
Named Dear Fat People. This video contained
yeah,
a string of
chocolate, man, I
insensitive
remember
statements
that.
against fat people that caused a lot of outrage and upset reactions in the YouTube community. In just a few days, the video had over 20 million views before it was taken down. In 2016, YouTuber Matthew Santoro, who you most likely know from his fact videos and top 10 list videos, came out with a video about his relationship with Nicole Arbour, detailing a relationship where Matthew was both psychologically and physically abused. Nicole made 2 different response videos with conflicting stories about her side of the situation, adding on to the heavy amounts of back.
Notice how one she's like quote unquote crying, and the other one she's not.
That Nicole was receiving around this time. 7 Supergirls was an all-girl group channel made of 7 girls that would create different comedic skits. They had many different channels, such as 7 Awesome Kids, 7 Fantastic Girls, and much more. And across their many channels, the group had amassed a total of 17 million subscribers. In 2019, it was revealed that the founder, Ian Ryla, had molested a 16-year-old girl, causing all 7 Supergirls related channels to be completely demonetized and later deleted. I want you to guess how long Ian was arrested for.
I'm gonna guess 10 years.
Did you guess 15 years? 10 years? Try 90 days. 3.
You're fucking kidding me right now. You're fucking kidding me right now. Is there no justice in this world?
3 months. He was arrested for 3 months. Pyrocynical is a variety YouTuber who's been popular for quite a while. While his channel is mostly centered around gaming and commentary, he's dabbled into video essays and film analysis as well, and also MLG parodies. In 2020, a Twitter user named Ivory alleged that a 19-year-old Pyrocynical ruined them when they were 15.
I mean, what's good, Ty? God damn it, Ty. I am finally on summer break. I am a senior now. I'm technically on my last year of high school. Well, I just finished my junior year, so. Yeah, I know. My bad. My bad. Also, in the bottom there, if you ever see this Ivory, is a cool last name.
In December, Pyro would respond, and a lot of people believe
Pyro
I
was
know
not
that
guilty
as the time Ivory's age was visible on Twitter, lined up with the time that Pyro was banned from Twitter. Though either way, it was incredibly irresponsible for Pyro not to ask for Ivory's age. Also, a good majority of Pyrocynical's early content featured usage of the N-word, which has since been
2-minute compilation content
mostly removed from his channel.
Wait, huh? I'm just gonna go and view it. I'm just gonna. Okay, I don't have the display caption on. I'm just checking my school calendar. I'm not gonna, for obvious reasons, I'm not gonna show this because then I'll dox myself. I start school on September 8th, and because I'm a senior, I think I get it a week early or something. It doesn't say where, like what.
Tiger plays 302 just redeemed first for 1 cat treats.
What? What did I do? What did I do, Muffin? What did I do?
Formerly All Gas No Breaks, was a news and journalism channel with over 2 million subscribers, run by Andrew Callahan. A lot of people I knew respected Andrew Callahan for his approach to journalism, often staying silent and completely neutral during interviews at various conventions and events, as he believed this was the best way to get them to speak their minds in an unbiased manner. In January 2023, a variety of news outlets published articles describing sexual assault allegations against the host, Andrew, and a TikTok made by the victim about the incident spread on social media like wildfire. This was shortly after the release of Andrew's HBO documentary, This Place Rules. In February 2017, an exploit was discovered.
Have you seen... What? TF... Poba? Huh?
Where someone could subscribe to a channel then unsubscribe, causing the subscriber count to go down by 2. There are video recordings from this era of huge YouTube channel subscriber counts going down by thousands per minute. This bug was patched within a few days. Tobuscus was by far one of the largest gaming creators of the early 2010s, who rose to prominence after a string of successful Minecraft parody songs, Let's Plays, and the literal trailer series. As Minecraft's popularity declined during the mid-2010s, Tobuscus failed to adapt.
Oh, we're watching a YouTube Oh, I've heard of that show, Muffin, but I haven't watched it. But yes, we're watching YouTube Controversies Iceberg Explained, Tiger.
April Fletcher, an ex-girlfriend of Tobuscus, wrote a long Tumblr post detailing Toby's physical and mental abuse during their relationship and an alleged incident where Toby drugged and sexually assaulted April. Though Tobuscus had responded to the allegations on 2 separate occasions, it was far too late and his career never fully recovered from the backlash he received. Super Mario Logan, or SML, is a YouTube channel mostly consisting of comedy sketches acted out with Mario plush.
Yeah, I know pushing the boundaries of what I can post, and I mean, I have made videos of me reacting to this on YouTube, and they're still up, so I think we're fine.
And miscellaneous characters like Jeffy. SML has been on YouTube since 2007, uploading plush videos from the very start, but started getting a larger audience during the 2010s. SML has been criticized for years for making disturbing and vulgar content despite having a young audience, with some episodes even containing jokes based on ableist or racist stereotypes.
This episode was literally called...
This criticism and backlash from parents would see an increase after a story on GMA ran on the Super Mario Logan channel, calling it an online nightmare for parents of a young kid. Despite many of his channels having millions and millions of subscribers, they've been repeatedly demonetized and deleted for his controversial content. In February 2021, Nintendo sent SML a cease and desist, as Nintendo representatives believed that characters from their family-friendly franchises should not be paired with SML's content. Linemaker or Linemaker.
Also, I will warn you that this video was made 2 years ago, so you won't see... So you won't see stuff like the schlep stuff on here. Most of these parents probably say...
Studios was a
I do not want to repeat what it's called.
Minecraft channel owned by Marcus Wilton. The channel was created in 2013 and gained 500,000 subscribers in the first 2 years, as a result of collaborations with YouTubers like Stampy Longhead and Paige the Panda. In September 2015, a distraught mother of a Linemaker fan would make an appearance on Drama Alert, telling Keemstar that Linemaker, at 27 years old, asked her 13-year-old daughter for nude photos. 3 months later, multiple teenage boys would come forward with stories of Linemaker having very explicit sexual conversations.
Okay, fine, I'll read this. Wilton denied ever paying Chinks for photographs Okay, yeah, I'm not
boys
gonna
would
read that.
come forward with stories of Linemaker having very explicit sexual conversations with them, even paying $500 for one of them to send him nude photos.
That's
it was
insane.
also found out that Linemaker, at 27, had been in a relationship with the 15-year-old YouTuber named Paige the Panda, who appeared in many of his videos. Linemaker made a series of tweets about the situation, confirming the allegations were true, even leaking underage Paige the Panda's nude photos on his Twitter.
What?
In January 2018, Linemaker's channel would be completely deleted, and Paige would make a video that same year giving us more details about the relationship she had with Linemaker, which was very abusive on top of the 12-year age gap. Linemaker even attempted to come back to YouTube in 2019, though he had little to no success before his channel was deleted again. In 2016, Linemaker had supposedly been arrested for statutory rape and distribution of child pornography, though he had been released less than a year later for an unknown reason. Daddy05 or Family05 was a family
I don't think I can say anything on that topic without becoming controversial myself.
Channel created in 2015.
As if I'm not already controversial.
Where they would upload vlogs and videos of the parents pranking their 5 kids. As time would go on, the owner would try to get his kids as angry as possible, knowing that his viewers
Oh my god, we got 2. Get out of my stream. Thank you.
liked that the most. The behavior shown in these videos is straight up abusive at many points, and CPS had supposedly...
Wait, what was that called?
The behavior shown in these videos is straight up abusive at many points, and CPS had supposedly evaluated the family multiple times. One video called the Invisible Ink Prank seemed to take it too far, showing their kids crying as the parents screamed at them for something they didn't do, and that was
that's way too far.
This video caused a lot of backlash against the family, and they would be interviewed on Good Morning America, leading to more and more people finding out about the original prank. In an apology issued shortly after, the founders would mention that they were now in family counseling. The biological parents of 2 kids in the family would use media attention to claim emergency custody of the kids as a result, and the parents would be sentenced to 5 years probation for 2 counts of child neglect. Daddy05 is often called the worst family channel on YouTube. Squizzy, or Hyojin, was a once respected animator on YouTube, though her reputation was ruined after a series of events from 2018 to now. Firstly, and most easy to explain, there are a variety of screenshots and clips of Hyojin using racial slurs, even on live streams. Hyojin was also one of the biggest supporters of Shay's accusations against YouTuber Slazo in 2019, which when confirmed to be false, caused
Isn't Slazo like the owner of MK?
A lot of backlash against both Shay and Hyojin. There are even allegations of pedophilia surrounding Hyojin's name, stemming from an NSFW Twitter account she uploaded drawn pornography of YouTubers on. On this account, Hyojin allegedly drew pornography of a 16-year-old Twitter user upon request, despite being an adult at the time. In 2022, gaming YouTuber Punkduck, who had been in a relationship with Hyojin from 2019 to 2021, released a statement talking about all the awful things Hyojin had allegedly done to him during the relationship. Some of these include physical abuse, like smashing Punkduck's head into a wall and threatening his life with a knife, as well as mental abuse. Ever since these incidents came to light, Hyojin's subscriber count has been on a steady downfall, even falling below the 1 million subscriber milestone. Illuminati is a video essay channel who used to make Reddit videos, though she recently has been under fire for
Oh, yep, yeah, you're gonna hear about that a lot in
a variety of things she's done.
It's called the YouTube Controversies Iceberg Explained video, for crying out loud. What else do you expect?
Started with a strange allegation of plagiarism she made against a Legal Eagle editor for using a ripped paper effect and a text highlighting effect, which are very common in the video essay community on YouTube, and
Bro, did I just out of spite? I know I did out of spite.
Long before she even had a YouTube account. Not long after.
Okay, yeah, hit 2 walls.
People would do some research, figuring out she had directly copied sentences from a Brian Deere documentary in a video about anti-vaxxers. Blair, the narrator of Illuminati, was a part of a YouTube collective called Sad Milk, and other members would open up with their own Twitter threads about how awful
about 51 minutes into the video, and the video is An hour 50 minutes.
Abusive and petty it was working with Blair behind the scenes. As a response, Blair made a video where she does not respond to many of the alleged working conditions she put Sad Milk under. Instead, she talks about very personal things.
I have many different laughs, that's one of them.
With another member, which should have not been in the video at all, such as posting another member's suicide note to get the focus off herself. In the video, Blair...
No, that's another level of fucked up. You don't post another person's suicide note just to, like, get all the heat off your ass. Nah.
Also throws out accusations at another Sad Milk member named The Click because of a supposed
I used to watch The Click.
Pedophile in his Discord who was not banned because he was not awake. Later, she would go on alternate accounts and harass him across multiple platforms, even paying people hundreds of dollars to find dirt on The Click, though all she could find were a few clips of him as a teenager using slurs. Again, this situation is very new, and some parts of the section may be outdated by the time you see this. Answers YouTube was a hashtag that was trending on Twitter following a series of events that occurred in September 2020. For over 8 years, a video of a fake Russian road rage event has been floating around, where a bunch of people dressed as cartoon characters start beating up some guy on the road, and it's a clearly fake video, and no injuries or blood are shown, not even fake injuries. In the last days of August 2020, a bunch of videos of people like Markiplier and Moist Critical reacting to the fake road rage clip were taken off their channels, and they received
was going to handle this privately, but it seemed that there was actually no human review in these things. The video that was taken down and put a strike on my channel is not even a real road rage incident and had no injury, blood, or anything, not even fake blood or injury.
Strikes for violent content. These strikes were reverted in days as YouTube had
I've also had my experiences with YouTube being dumb. Because a while ago I posted a YouTube short that had the song Freebird in it, and it got blocked for copyright reasons. The thing is though, a long time before that, I had a long form video, not a short, a long form video that also had the exact same song in it, and that was fine.
Realized their wrongdoings. The hashtag was used in a very similar way 2 years later after a bunch of YouTubers played a horror game called The Mortuary Assistant. Note that they're all playing the same game with the same scenes involved, including a scene near the end that had to deal with suicide. Corey Kenshin, one of the most popular Let's Play channels ever, released a video named YouTube Racism and Favoritism, after his video and no one else's was age restricted for some sort of content that broke the YouTube guidelines. YouTube then flip-flopped between age restricting Corey's video with the scene, removing the restriction, and deciding to age restrict every video with the scene. Video game speedrunning has had a long history of cheaters who are very frowned upon. In 2017, Tavo Betancourt uploaded a Mario Bros. 1 speedrun, claiming to beat the game in less than 5 minutes, which wouldn't have even been a world record.
What do you mean, son?
Footage here is stolen from a tool-assisted speedrun from 2008, including computer-performed moves that humans cannot perform without cheating. More footage is stolen from Darbian's former world record and Cosmic runs. The entire time, the speedrunner drinks Coke and eats pizza, which was memed in the speedrunning community. The person behind the fake speedrun, Tavo Betancourt, would later apologize for the fake speedrun. Marina Joyce is a vlogger who often made videos focusing on makeup and beauty, and in the summer of 2016, something started to seem off about her videos to many people. Fans noticed that in one particular video she behaved a little bit erratically, much different from her normal videos. In this video, there are 3 things that made people believe that something bad was going on behind the scenes. 1, very visible bruises on her back and arms as she was showing off outfit ideas. 2, a brief point in the video where you can see someone behind the camera directing Marina on where to go. And lastly, people believed they could hear Marina say, "Help me," very quietly. The video went viral and people started the hashtag Save Marina Joyce on sites like Twitter. 3 theories arose: that she had either been kidnapped by her boyfriend or was being abused, that she was suffering from some sort of untreated psychological issue, or that she was being held hostage by ISIS.
Excuse me? Okay, that last one's pretty out there.
These were all speculation and none were proven true, and some are definitely much more out there than others.
That's literally what I said.
In August 2019, she was reported missing, with the UK-based organization Missing People stating that she had been missing for 10 days prior. She was found less than a day later, which confused a lot of people, and she later tweeted that she was never missing. Austin Jones was a songwriter who got his start in the early days of YouTube, originally starting by uploading covers of songs, and later releasing multiple albums of original material. While he seemed to be just another
what was it?
songs, and later releasing multiple albums of original material.
A little less 16 candles, a little more.
While he seemed to be just another successful YouTube singer with this exact haircut, multiple leaked screenshots of DMs between minors and the singer would surface, asking them for lewd videos. Later, a video that 22-year-old Austin sent to a minor would surface of him quietly demonstrating how to twerk. After a few years of allegations against Austin floating around on Twitter, authorities would raid Austin's home in 2017, where they would find pornography that his underage fans had sent him. Jones was sentenced to 10 years of prison on one count of receipt of child pornography in May 2019, and is set to be released by 2028.
On tier 3,
was a vlogger whose reputation was seemingly flipped upside down in just one day after she accidentally left unedited footage of her spitting on, pinning down, and hitting her dog in a vlog. The video would be deleted very quickly, though it was captured by multiple fans. She posted an apology days later, though this didn't make anything better for her. She has since vanished off the face of the internet. Established Titles is a company that was sponsoring YouTube videos left and right throughout 2022. The company allowed you to buy a 1x1 foot square of land in rural Scotland, giving you the title of Lord or Lady due to an old custom for those who own land.
What? Sunny
And in Scotland. In November 2022, creators started to realize slowly that established titles may or may not have been a scam the entire time, and many made videos on the subject. Ownership of a souvenir plot of land does not give you a Lord or Lady title. 112 Dirtbag was a mysterious channel owned by Jeffrey Alden Olsen. This entry is here because of a video he released on the 8th or 7th anniversary, most sources on this part are conflicting, of the disappearance of a woman named Mara Murray. Mara Murray disappeared following a car crash on Route 112 in Woodsville, New Hampshire. Weirdly, earlier that day, she emailed her professors at college that she would be taking a week off as a result of a death in the family, though no one had died. The video is simply a man laughing in the camera for a minute straight, winking, and then showing a text screen that says happy anniversary. When this was found, people were confused until they connected the dots. The 112 in his name came from the route she disappeared on, and putting Dirtbag in the username is a reference to Mara's father, saying that it was a possible, quote, dirtbag who had kidnapped her. This is why Olsen nicknamed himself the 112 Dirtbag. It turns out Jeffrey had no involvement in the case and was just some random dude. Why he made the video in the first place is completely unknown. Similar to Elsagate content seen throughout the late 2010s, Futuristic Hub was a kids animation channel. His videos primarily—
As far as I know, the channel is supposedly ran by two people. I refer to it as one male in the voiceover, as I'm almost exclusively talking about the actions of one FH manager.
Focused on characters like Baldi and SpongeBob, though he would first gain notoriety for a string of weirdly sexual Minecraft animations he uploaded, and the time he straight up uploaded Minecraft porn to his channel.
Whoa.
Futuristic Hub's owner is also known for falsely getting YouTube channels taken down and threatening class action lawsuits against people who have criticized him, even having a history of doxing and swatting online users. He was also sued for $20 million as a result of him stealing money that should have been paid out from a group channel called Video Games. Cryotic, or Cry, was an early Let's Play YouTuber who often collaborated with YouTubers like PewDiePie. Starting in June 2020, however, almost 20 different women would come forward with allegations against Cry of sexual misconduct, with many of them being minors when the incidents took place. As a result, Cry would upload one lackluster apology video and stay completely radio silent on all social media going forward. Back in 2017, YouTube disabled the option to add annotations to videos, which were little notes on the screen which could be used to link to something else or correct something in the video. 2 years later, they outright discontinued them, making it so only people with external browser extensions could see them. They were eventually replaced with end screens. The only upside to this that I can think of is that it prevents people from putting an annotation over the entire video with a link to subscribe to their channel, making it much harder to pause the video. Elliot Roger refers
pause.
to the self-titled YouTube channel owned by the perpetrator behind the 2014 Isla Vista killings, a misogyny-fueled mass shooting that left 6 dead and 14 injured. On this channel, Elliot held a diary of vlogs mainly about his failure to find a girlfriend, and other incel ramblings. The vlogs were often very disturbing looking back, giving people an insight into the mind behind Elliot and what led up to the shooting. His last video, Elliot Rogers' Retribution, was uploaded on the day of the shooting, and his 107,000 word manifesto would be emailed to his therapist and teachers at the same time. If you deleted the H or A from the YouTube watch link in the summer of 2022, you would be redirected to one of a variety of horror art projects created by Nana825763, who you may know for creating username 666, Poco Poco Shopping, Another YouTube, My House Walkthrough, and many more. The reason this exploit worked in the first place was because of an old feature that YouTube partners used to be able to do, where they could redirect a shortened link to any location on the YouTube website. An example of this is youtube.com/Tom going to youtube.com/Tomska. At some point, someone registered YouTube accounts with the links youtube.com/WATC and youtube.com/W, which allowed them to redirect to YouTube links. The people behind this used this exploit to have fun and scare some people. So when you deleted the H, for example, it would redirect you to youtube.com/WATC, which would further redirect you to this video link. I should also mention that Nana825763, the original creator of these videos, had nothing to do with this. From 2009 to 2016, the German music royalty organization GEMA, which stands for this, blocked all music videos in Germany. GEMA managed the copyright of over 70,000 artists as of 2016 when the ban was lifted. Cash and Not Nico are both YouTubers that make Minecraft videos for young audiences, and they're not the reason they're mentioned on the iceberg. They didn't do anything. There is a group of rip-off channels that clone the thumbnail style of Cash and Nico to market disturbing fetish content and gore, swearing, nudity, suicide, and self towards them. They use various loopholes to get away with this, such as calling it parody and using lower profile non-copyrighted characters. Unlike Elsa, these videos, despite calling themselves parody, are marketed as being for kids and are often recommended. Elsagate type content has a disturbing resurgence earlier. This is exactly what I meant. The YouTuber Vipra has 2 very great in-depth videos on this topic, which I would recommend watching if you'd like to learn more. Lenscap Productions was the name of a YouTube channel owned from 2006 to 2012 by a man who shot and killed his father, mother, and brother on the 30th of March 2012. Trey garnered a tight-knit audience in the early days of his YouTube career, being one of the first anime reviewers on YouTube, period. 2 days before the murder, he had over 4,000 subscribers and 1 million total video views, making him a relatively known name in the burgeoning anime community on YouTube. As time went on, his skits would start featuring more and more weapons, which is pretty disturbing knowing what we know now. Creepshow Art was a YouTuber who would make commentary videos over art time lapses, often talking about things going on in the online art community. On the 2nd of June 2021, the owner of the website lolcow.farm would expose Creepshow Art for being a frequent user of the website, even making a dedicated page for all of her posts. 292 posts were made over the course of 3 years by Shannon, many of which were made on threads about herself in the third person, or on threads about creators she associated with. One post from March is trying to get lolcow users to dox her own sister, who she was on bad terms with, after her sister had been placed in an intensive care unit and didn't tell Shannon why. Shannon would make a statement on her community tab explaining that her IP address had been somehow spoofed by someone named Amy, who had been stalking her for 8 years, though this was debunked very quickly. Shortly after, a creator named Emily Artful would share her experience with Creepshow Art in a video, such as Shannon's husband, Anthony Parker, allegedly.
The overall premise of the video was that this ghost girl was tormenting this poor waxing poetic, depressed bloke. Isn't that interesting? The whole point was for the audience to go, OMG, is she really there, or is she in his head? It's a bummer because I actually enjoyed this song, but now it brings back awful memories. I can't enjoy it at all.
Sexually assaulting Emily while she was unconscious, sharing revenge porn from when Emily was 17, stalking and harassing Emily for years, threatening the lives of her children, getting Emily fired from several jobs until she had become homeless, and much more.
Oh my god.
Many of the leaked lolcow posts consist of Shannon sharing very personal details about Emily. Creepshow Art lost nearly half her subscriber count before her channel was deleted in April. Sketchek was a well-known and well-respected TF2 YouTuber who was active from 2011 to 2015. In November of 2015, he uploaded 2 different videos talking about how his health was quickly deteriorating, and that they may be his last videos, which they were, until he suddenly came back in 2019 and apologized for faking his death. These videos were both deleted from his channel, and uploading on his channel would resume for at least another year. Mark Turpin, commonly known as Terps, was the CEO of Yogscast between 2011 and 2019, even appearing in videos as far back as August of 2011. In a 2019 Reddit post, he announced that he had stepped down from his position as CEO after allegations of sexual misconduct. Peluchin Entertainment was a Chilean gaming YouTuber who was the center of a lot of backlash throughout 2018 to 2020 after a string of videos of him abusing and torturing his cat to death, flushing kittens down the toilet in an attempt to drown them, and more were released. What's especially strange to me is that these videos were recorded in 2018, though nothing happened until larger English-speaking channels started reporting on the case in 2020. It took 2 years for his main to get terminated, and despite this, he still has vlog channels that are active to this day, some having uploads as recent as 4 months ago. Similar to Charlie Bit My Finger, the iconic original Annoying Orange episode was sold as an NFT in April 2021. The video is still up, causing this to be a much less controversial change than the Charlie Bit My Finger NFT. In 2017, the 2 owners of a now deleted vlog channel attempted a very dangerous stunt, which left 22-year-old Pedro Ruiz III dead. Pedro held a book up to his chest, and his girlfriend, Mona Lisa Perez, shot the book from a foot away. Before this, Perez tweeted, "Me and Pedro are probably going to shoot one of the most dangerous videos ever, his idea, not mine." She was pregnant with her second child at the time of her recording. After articles about Perez pleading guilty to second-degree manslaughter and being put in and out of jail, many YouTubers would report on the case and call into question how far YouTubers were going for pranks and stunts now. Dorian or Ghetto ASMR was an ASMR creator who is often called the
Ghetto ASMR. I'm gonna get the video. I'm gonna get the video. I'm getting the video.
I don't like JoJo ASMR at all. Do come out 1 second. And he won't stand a chance. He owes me millions, and he deserves to be banned forever. That's what's gonna happen, right?
No. Absolute cinema.
Onision of the ASMR community. Many of his most popular videos contained him tapping glasses very quickly for ASMR purposes. In 2021, he was exposed for allegedly sexting multiple minors. This was not the only case of this happening, as multiple other victims would come forward over the next few months, ranging from 14 to 17 years old, while Dorian was 30 or 31. In fact, Dorian's main channel was terminated after he uploaded an unlisted video of him masturbating, which was sent to one of his victims. Similar to people
I was wondering if they were gonna bring that up, and if they didn't, I would have brought it up.
EDP, he's tried to come back to YouTube many times, even building an audience on platforms like Twitch and TikTok. He's been known to act insanely aggressive on live streams, with there even being hour-long rage compilations based around him on YouTube, which is insane for someone who owns an ASMR channel.
Exactly.
Change the Channel refers to a hashtag that trended on Twitter in April 2018 following the Not So Awesome documents release, talking about the poor management of YouTube collective Channel Awesome. Channel Awesome hosted creators like Justin Carmichael, Nostalgia Critic, and Angry Joe. This document also led to sexual assault allegations against Justin Carmichael, most known by this username, being uncovered a few years after his passing. Toy Freaks was a kids channel with 8 million subscribers that was terminated in the Elsa Gate ban wave in November 2017, which was often highlighted in articles about the ordeal for the inhumane situations that children featured would be put in. Many videos reportedly containing the 2 kids commonly featured on the channel in pain or vomiting. The channel was one of the top 100 most viewed channels at one point. YouTube has had a problem with fake animal rescue channels in the past, a notable example of which being the large now deleted channel named KM Animal. In KM Animal videos, they would hurt animals, often giving them large cuts or bruises, put them somewhere, and then pretend that they had found them like that and rescued them for wholesome content.
This is absolutely. This is nothing less than just sick. This is sick. And not like, yo, this is sick, come check it out in the cool way. No, this is sick in the vile way.
Often they'd put them in dangerous situations or blame obvious cuts made with knives on larger animals biting them. Some of these videos have
Oh, give me a second, I forgot.
millions of views, with many of the viewers not realizing what they're truly witnessing. Quantum TV was a YouTuber who...
Alright, since we're halfway through it now, I'm gonna take a bit, just a tiny break to go to the bathroom, and then I'll be right back. Alright, we'll be back.
Would provide reviews and calibration setting recommendations for different TV models, who was accused of falsely copyright striking other YouTubers and doxing and threatening another YouTuber's mother. Quantum TV would be brought into the spotlight again almost a year later, after it was confirmed that he was arrested for... For those who don't know,
Wow.
before there were likes and dislikes on a YouTube video, there was a 5-star rating system, 1 star being
Whoa.
the lowest and 5 stars being the highest. In 2009, it was replaced by the thumbs up, thumbs down system, and everything above 3 stars was replaced by a thumbs up. A lot of people did not like this change, though I personally think the like and dislike system feels a lot better in the context of current YouTube, when you
Yeah.
can see the dislikes at least.
True.
Mr. Obvious was a well-known Roblox animator, having been on the platform since 2007, only a year after Roblox was officially released. He even won multiple awards for some of his animations. While his reputation may have been shining at one point, a video that YouTuber Ruben Sim made in 2017 would completely change that. Someone who had been in contact with multiple anonymous victims aged 13 to 15 had contacted...
Wait, what did I say?
Someone who had been in contact with multiple anonymous victims aged 13 to 15, had contacted Ruben with screenshots of messages they exchanged with 22-year-old Mr. Obvious. Ruben Sim was even sent an explicit video of Mr. Obvious where the audio was later published. This news spread like wildfire throughout the Roblox community, and Mr. Obvious is now one of the most notorious names in the community. Despite this, his YouTube channel is still up. His Roblox account, which is how he met underage fans, was available for 5 years after Ruben's video was posted, and the only account that seemed to have been banned after the video was posted was his SoundCloud alt account with 5 followers. As far as I know, Mr. Obvious was never charged or arrested. A very similar case to Mr. Obvious was Fave, who garnered a 500,000 subscribers through a mix of Roblox history videos. Fave suddenly stopped uploading in 2021 after allegations of pedophilia got to him. Despite both breaking Roblox's terms of service many times and using the platform to talk to his underage fans, his account is still unbanned and his YouTube videos are all still available. Carl Harold was the owner of a programming channel on YouTube, where he released videos with tips in the fields of a variety of programming languages. He was also known on Reddit as Carl H, and was well respected in the communities that he resided in. In 2013, Carl and his partner were arrested after police found out he had been distributing videos of the sexual abuse of his underage son online. His charges included Though Carl
Wow.
committed suicide in his prison cell before his trial, his partner was sentenced to 56 years in prison, as he had helped Carl in June of this year, what I can only describe as a collective of Italian MrBeast clone YouTubers named The Borderline accidentally killed a 5-year-old boy during the shooting of a video. The challenge they were filming for was to spend 50 hours straight in a Lamborghini, and they had crashed into a family's car while filming, killing a 5-year-old boy in the process. The mother and sister of the boy were also severely injured. Extreme Games is an Australian duo with 7 million subscribers, known on YouTube for those fidget spinner, don't call Among Us, 96% of people can't, 3 AM challenge type videos, and also faking their deaths in 2018. They uploaded a video in 2018 stating that they were both dying from terminal illnesses and needed to quit YouTube. One said he was dying from kidney disease, and the other one said he was dying from vertigo.
What? What? What the hell?
They've been fine ever since and still upload to this day, with their subscriber count nearly doubling since it happened. Wings of Redemption became a Call of Duty YouTuber and streamer after the 2008 economic crisis caused him to lose his job, quickly becoming one of the fastest growing channels, as he was one of the first COD commentary channels period. Wings of Redemption's reputation would start to be ruined after an infamous 1v1 with the COD YouTuber Syndicate, who was known for being the best zombies player at the time. We'll talk about him later though. After Wings talked a lot of trash towards Syndicate, he would lose and break his controller out of rage on livestream. This was in front of 7,000 viewers. As his subscriber count declined, his streams would become his only way to receive a stable income, where he would have an audience of people making fun of him. In 2006, 59-year-old cover musician Plasma Master Don would create his first YouTube channel. Over the next 14 years, he would garner a few 100,000 subscribers on his channel through his singing videos. People on Reddit discovered that he was in a sex offender registry and had previously groomed an underage boy, even being arrested at one point in 2019. More people figured out about this through a video Nick Crowley released on the matter in 2020. Don passed away just 11 days after the release of the video. Lisa Gaming Roblox is a notorious YouTuber who became one of the most hated figures in the Roblox community after a string of trolling videos. In 2022, a Roblox YouTuber named Parlo accused Lisa Gaming Roblox and her friends of deplorable acts, including but not limited to doxing, xenophobia, and racism, and Suzy Liu was a content creator, in quotes, who was under fire in 2019 for uploading hour-long, basically unedited anime
Okay, but why is it an oval? Why an oval though? Like why? Make it a rectangle like the rest of us.
reactions with little to no commentary, and falsely sending copyright strikes to those who criticized her, with such threatening legal statements as "I own the copyright to my face." YouTube Heroes was a program introduced in September 2016 as a new way for users to moderate YouTube, where users would gain levels by performing tasks like adding captions to a video. Some of the perks you would receive in the program include mass flagging videos and directly contacting YouTube staff. YouTube Heroes was a very hated feature when it came out, and it wouldn't be rolled out in the form that people saw here, and it would later become YouTube contributors. Amos Yee was a Singaporean blogger and activist originally known for his brand style blogs and skits. While Yee was active on YouTube between 2008 and 2018, controversy followed him like his own shadow. In March 2015, Singaporean Prime Minister Lee Kuan Yew passed away. Yee uploaded a video criticizing Lee with the title "Lee Kuan Yew is finally dead." As a result of Singapore's strict laws against what America takes for granted as free speech, over 32 police reports were made on Amos in just 2 days. Yee was arrested and charged with the intention of wounding the religious feelings of Christians, obscenity, and threatening abusive or insulting communication. During his short time in jail, his arrest would become a global debate, with many advocating for his release and for free speech in Singapore. These followers would stop advocating for him following a very disturbing series of rants he published in 2017. Some of these titles include most people thought he was trolling for publicity when he made these, especially because of the descriptions of these videos. The worst would be confirmed in October 2020 when Amos Yee was arrested and charged with solicitation and possession of child pornography. Garcia vs. Google was a lawsuit that took place in 2012 after Garcia vs. Google was a lawsuit that Pretend this is on like tier 2. I didn't know just how far
down the rabbit hole this case went into, I did further research on the topic, sorry.
Took place in 2012 after the publication of a very controversial Islamophobic film named Innocence of Muslims that was posted to YouTube. The lawsuit occurred because Cindy Lee Garcia had not fully consented to be in an Islamophobic film, as she auditioned for a film named Desert Warrior, described to be an adventure film of some sort. Her lines were dubbed over entirely, making her say things like this. Throughout 2012, the film would be blocked in places like Indonesia, Egypt, and Malaysia. For months and sometimes years, however, YouTube was entirely blocked in places like Afghanistan and Bangladesh, as the film had not been taken down yet from YouTube. The film, Innocence of Muslims, caused many large protests and demonstrations across Middle Eastern countries and North Africa, with during demonstrations. The attackers involved in the even stated they were acting in response to the Innocence of Muslims film. In 2014, the Flynn vs. Google lawsuit took place, as Flynn was another actor in the film. For context, Patrice Wilson is the producer of songs like Friday by Rebecca Black, known for producing songs for aspiring young singers. Ethan from the channel H3H3 Productions had talked about Patrice and his work many times before, leading up to this. In November 2017, during the filming of an H3 podcast episode with Post Malone, Patrice Wilson suddenly started a cryptic livestream counting down to December 1st, with random snippets of footage replacing the countdown at some points. Note that H3H3 is at the end of the title, and when the countdown hit 0, Wilson appeared on screen and started talking about his personal life, and how some of the jokes about Wilson being a pedophile made by H3H3 and Leafy had genuinely slandered his name, and how he lost many job opportunities and even his home at one point. It was figured out that this was just done to get H3H3's attention. The accusations of pedophilia stem from a music video he produced called Crank.
Small correction, the most controversial music video he produced was not Crank It. He was also receiving backlash and similar comments and accusations after a music video called Shush Up, which featured a lot of the same themes, even worth a times go.
Which featured strangely strong sexual themes for a music video for a child pop singer.
God.
Only Use Me Blade was a Call of Duty YouTuber who was known for playing well despite only using a knife. During the early to mid 2010s, his channel was on the decline, and he started drinking heavily on streams. During one, he threw his dog to the floor out of nowhere. In another, it's alleged that Only Use Me Blade is thrusting on top of a sleeping woman, though this is unconfirmed.
In this clip, Only Use Me Blade can be seen likely thrusting on top of okay.
In many streams, he makes jokes and weird statements about sexually assaulting women, and that victims should be glad that they were, which is genuinely disgusting. In 2021, streamer Trishalicious would tell viewers that Only Use Me Blade had called her underage daughter beautiful on many occasions, making her almost entirely sure that he was a pedophile. The next year, a clip surfaced of him spitting on someone else's cat and talking about it in a sexual manner.
Alright, second last
Minecraft
year.
is the name of a virus Minecraft mod that two of the hugest Polish Minecraft YouTubers were promoting near the end of 2012. This Minecraft mod was a keylogger meant to steal credit card information and passwords from the devices it was installed on. The only real reach this controversy had outside of the Polish-speaking YouTube gaming community was a mostly forgotten Reddit post on r/Minecraft, where top Minecraft developers like Dinnerbone responded. Earlier in Tier 2, I talked about Coney 2012 and YouTube being a place used for calls to action that often fail. Akmal Sheikh was a mentally unwell man living in North London. He was homeless and constantly in a variety of legal troubles. Sheikh, with no musical experience, wrote the song Come Little Rabbit, believing it would bring both world peace and make him a national star. In 2007, a musician named Gareth Sanders that he met in Poland allowed him to record the song and publish it. Here is a snippet of Come Little Rabbit.
Come little rabbit, come to me. Come little rabbit, let it be. Come little rabbit, come and pray. La ilaha illallah. La ilaha illallah. Illallah, illallah. La ilaha illallah.
song's not half
While it
bad.
obviously didn't perform well, a man Sheikh met in Kyrgyzstan, who he called a Cole, told Sheikh that he could perform the song in front of thousands in a nightclub he owned in China. A Cole would pay for the flight and everything, as long as Sheikh brought this pre-packaged suitcase. On the 12th of September, when Sheikh flew to China, he was arrested when he arrived at the airport. After being searched, it was discovered that the suitcase had 9 pounds of heroin, and little
That's
to nothing
insane.
else. There was no nightclub. In November 2007, on Sheikh's first trial, he was sentenced to death. This is where spreading awareness through YouTube comes.
Okay, that's because I don't understand what the fuck it is. But also, him being sentenced to death, like Sheikh being sentenced to death, is way too far. Like, he is completely innocent. He was just told by a person that he could perform in the nightclub, but he had to bring a suitcase. He didn't know. He didn't know it was inside the suitcase. He didn't know. I can't believe it, man.
After hearing of.
Okay. So. What is this? What? Okay.
The story on the news in October 2009, London-based organization Reprieve would upload a video featuring the song, protesting against the execution of Sheikh. This did not work. The video in question only received 170,000 views in the first year, and 2 months later, Sheikh was executed. How the execution is viewed wildly varies depending on who you ask. Many people now are shocked at how cruel it was, though in 2010, it was almost the exact opposite. This Chinese poll showing...
Okay. Stone meme. What the fuck? Okay.
77.5% of people were in favor of the execution. Many are critical of the fact that Sheikh's mental health was not taken into consideration during the trials. Twice before, I've mentioned Syndicate, a wildly popular gaming YouTuber, at one point having over 10 million subscribers, though he's fallen to 9.6 million over the course of the last 5 years. Syndicate's hour-long video of him reaching round 115 on COD Zombies in 2011 is one of the most popular COD Zombies videos period, having over 14 million views. Though starting in March of 2021, people started to notice that things didn't add up in the video, and alleged that it was a fake run. One of the most damning pieces of evidence comes from a separate trailer video leading up to the round 115 run, where Syndicate is seen playing an entirely different character. 10 years later, he would clarify
my game crashed after the round 69 nice hype video I posted, so I had to redo the run. So I picked up where I left off. I understand the confusion of me talking about the downs, etc., but I literally picked up where I left off as it was the same
tweet
run.
That his game crashed in between these recordings. Though not very knowledgeable in the high round world record COD Zombies community, it seems like these allegations are a stretch of some sort. In March of 2016, Markiplier played a relatively obscure GameJolt horror game called The Hospital. The game only had 50 or so upvotes on GameJolt, and it was still in a beta state. The game had a lot of jump scares in it, most of which seemed almost entirely random. Out of nowhere, the game flashed a surgical gore image with no sort of context. Later in the video, the face of a skinned man, supposedly from a cartel gore video, is shown as a jump scare. Neither of these are censored. Update: when I made this script for this part of the iceberg about a month ago, the video was still available on Markiplier's channel, though about a week ago it went viral on TikTok, and is now gone from Markiplier's channel. I don't know if that was his decision or YouTube's, though the video was up for over 7 years on his channel, which is very interesting to me. Whitney, Wisconsin was the YouTuber who tried to convince everyone it was good to have a dog, and
that is Euphilia.
That's all I really need to say. She was featured on Leafy is Here's channel and Drama Alert multiple times throughout 2016. Cartoon Incorporated was a fake cartoon piracy channel hosting a child. The channel hosted videos pretending to be a non-existent sequel to an animated movie or TV show that was popular with kids. All of these videos were 26 minutes and 29 seconds and all contained a variety of explicit subliminal messages. The comments would be filled with fake accounts of celebrities demanding. From 2006 to May 2013, people could upload videos and mark them as being a response to another YouTube video.
We both know what we saw. We're not
YouTube
going
users
back.
started noticing that video responses were often shoved to the top of the recommended sidebar on video watch pages. Reply girls were a often hated category of female YouTubers that would make video responses to trending videos, sometimes with sexually suggestive thumbnails, just for revenue or views. These videos usually had no substance to them, often being 2 short minutes of rambling. One YouTuber who falls into this category, Megan Lee Hart, claims to have made $80,000 just by making these short videos of her rambling as video responses. One infamous example of a reply girl was the YouTuber simply named The Reply Girl. These videos stopped being pushed as much in the algorithm as a result of the backlash YouTube received, and video responses would be discontinued in 2013. In December 2006, YouTube was blocked in the country of Iran for immoral content. A given example was a supposed leaked video of a popular soap opera star in Iran having sex, which was allegedly posted on the platform at some point in 2006. Keep in mind, this was very early in YouTube's history, only a month after Google bought YouTube. The block was lifted in 2009, but YouTube was blocked again in Iran in 2012, following the release of the film Innocence of Muslims that I talked about earlier. Pruane2 Forever, formerly known as Pruane2, was a 12-year-old YouTuber who shared hot takes on video games and movies back in 2007. Pruane was a relentlessly bullied YouTuber, most notably for his appearance and voice.
Josh says, a nickname for YouTube user, Pruane2, now Pruane2 Forever, given to him because you could drive a semi-truck in between his teeth. He brought on the fury of Anon with his anti-porn videos, yet he himself has not reached puberty. Josh, thank Lay Shither for subscribing and on dental plan. That's insane.
After a video he made in October 2007 making fun of porn addicts and porn comment bots, he would become the center of a large wave of backlash, even being on TV shows like G4. He would later delete his channel after the wide array of hateful video responses, before returning in 2008 under the name Pruane2 Forever. Unlike some creators who started out innocently before their content took a strange and disturbing turn, Dolly Flesh's content was disturbing from the very start, starting out by making gory clay animations depicting rape and murder. Those who did watch his YouTube channel at this point were disturbed by the outwardness of his strange fetishes. Over the next few months, Layton would post many disturbing talking videos about his interest in. A lot of you probably remember Dolly Flesh from this telephone haircut image that has been going around for a while, and I stumbled upon this rabbit hole myself because of that. The Dolly Flesh story would take a turn in 2019 when he released the video 1 Kid 3 Hamsters. While the content of the video was kinda normal, the description read pinned, stabbed, drowned, and microwave. These 3 causes of death line up with each hamster, and he would kill each one of them in these exact ways in his next upload, which was taken down very quickly.
The kid on screen is 1 Kid 3 Hamsters, not the hamster torture video. Okay, good.
Because Layton's channel was so small when this happened, the small audience he had failed to get the police to investigate him, despite their attempts. A year later, he would repost the same video on random subreddits which were completely safe for work, and he was arrested in May 2020, being charged with 3 counts of animal cruelty. He was bailed out 3 days after his arrest, causing protests outside the courthouse the decision was made in. In June, Layton would plead guilty and was scheduled to serve an 18-month conditional sentence, followed by 3 years of probation. Wael Abbas is one of the most well-known bloggers and human rights activists in Egypt. At one point in 2007,
I didn't see that.
is one of the most well-known bloggers and human rights activists.
I'm sure if I pronounced his name right, sorry. Just said it the same way news reporters
in
did.
Egypt. At one point in 2007, his YouTube account he was sharing videos on was terminated. Abbas was most known for his anti-torture activism, and his videos often contained clips of police brutality. This caused quite a bit of controversy, and multiple articles would be written about the matter. A CNN article from September 2007 reported, the blogger, who said he's in a state of shock because he lost videos he's uploaded for years, said he might resort to campaigning against YouTube. We thought YouTube was our ally, Abbas said. His channel has since been reinstated, and the videos that got him terminated in the first place are available on YouTube. Hypnotist Sappho, also known as Glowing Bright.
Oh no. Oh no. It was only a matter of time before we talked about them.
Is a notoriously hated
Oh
content
Lord,
creator
buckle up.
online, often truly known for being an open and proud minor attracted person.
This is why the furry community is hated.
3 days after being exposed as a by an ex-mod of her public Discord server, she made a video titled Coming Out About Things, where she came out as a comparing it to be a part of the LGBTQ community.
You are not part of the community. Get the fuck out.
As of November 2022, she was openly dating a 14-year-old despite being an adult.
Yes, I use Gen 2 Linux and all. Okay, well.
Despite all of this, Hypnotist Sappho has
what did that say?
Openly dating.
He, it, gay, trans, minor. Okay. AHS. I don't know what that means. Fuck you call him keeping my PFP.
Dating a 14-year-old despite being an adult. Despite all of this, Hypnotist Sappho has a very small.
I am a furry. I am. But Hypnotist Sappho is the one. Is the reason why. Us in the furry community are like being hated on.
Yet very, very loyal community. Now, one thing that I found interesting was that during the Coming Out About Things video, where they came out as a, there was a group of people that Sappho disowned from the community, in quotes.
In fact, let me switch. Wait, do I have it? I think I do have it. Let me switch to. Yes, have this one. This is the one I use for YouTube, though.
You could call it that. That's where we get into Kiro the Wolf, a furry YouTuber with over 80,000 subscribers. At one point, Kiro had over 100,000 subscribers. Now that subscriber count has dropped for a reason. Kiro the Wolf was one of the most popular furry vloggers ever at one point around 2017, and in 2018, the quote that Sappho mentioned were released on Twitter. These included months of chat logs and videos from a Telegram group chat dedicated to even further messages of Kiro talking about his childhood dog, the production is films, the rape of animals, and much more. Kiro would claim that he was hacked during this time, which YouTubers like PK Russell would back up, though thorough investigations of activity on both Kiro's public Twitter and in Telegram chat logs, people came to the realization that it is almost certainly him. Living in the same place, Telegram chat logs bragging about his recent subscriber growth, posting the same pictures at the same time, having a dog die of a kidney disease at the same time, having the same fetishes, and much more. People later found out that images Kiro publicly posted on his Fur Affinity account had been posted by him on a forum in 2012, months prior, making it very obvious he had been in communities for a very long time. Many other people included in the often talked about and shared videos of them torturing and killing animals. Kiro was investigated and is only a free man on a statute of limitations technicality. A leaked video that
what does that say?
Videos of them torturing and killing animals. Kiro was investigated and is only a free man on a statute of
It sounds like I said statue. Whoops.
Limitations technicality. A leaked video that was recorded by Kiro even showing the same dog with the same collar, as well as Kiro wearing the same clothes he wore to a convention months later, was shown to police. Since the video was found out to be recorded in November 2014 and the report took place in late 2019, they could not do anything about it. On a much lighter note, Layout 2.0 was the channel profile layout that was rolled out in 2009. You could change the color of anything on your profile, remove certain boxes you didn't like, change the font if you wanted,
that's so
and much
cool.
more. Looking back, this is the most customization YouTube has ever allowed. If you look up beta design channels before 2011 though, you'll see hundreds of videos of people protesting the change in 2009, saying they wanted to be able to stick with channel 1.0 if they wanted. The YouTube channel 2.0 rollout video has an 11.4 like to dislike ratio, which is like the 2009 equivalent of YouTube Rewind's dislike count. In November 2011, a YouTube account named Now I Know uploaded a video called "You Have 30 Days to Pay Me $5 million." The video contains a montage of someone designing an RC car with a camera attached to it before supposedly putting it in the Great Pyramid of Giza. The video showed a small clip of it traveling through a tunnel before it was cut off, and if he didn't receive the full $5 million, he would publish the full unedited footage. In this time frame, the video garnered nearly 300,000 views, and people were very confused. It's unknown how much money the original creator received, though we know it was less than $5 million as
About
at the end of the 30-day period, the footage would be published. Here's what he posted. Very anticlimactic.
I don't think he wants to know. Wait, let me just check. I'm not wrong. Give me a second. I'm not gonna actually show this on the stream. Actually, no. Never mind. It's... Yeah, actually, yeah, you do not want to know some, yeah, you don't want to know about it. I'm just gonna say this, it's 18 plus.
And it's almost universally guaranteed that this video was entirely a hoax, with the realest bit about it being the flight to Egypt. The monkey hate entry refers to a very strange and obviously controversial community of people that despise monkeys. At one point, there were hundreds of playlists of videos of baby monkeys being abused with disturbing titles, often having comments expressing pleasure or demanding even more of their torture. The origins of this community are murky, though it dates back to at least 2011 and started gaining mainstream attention around 2019 and 2020. Tony48219 was the YouTube channel.
Like I said, it has some very 18 plus topics.
That 28-year-old Christian man Anthony Powell owned from June to October of 2007. Despite only gaining 50 or so subscribers in his very short time on YouTube, he'd sparked a lot of controversy through his now lost rant-style videos on atheists and misogynistic videos on black women. Anthony's channels were terminated time and time again, as many of his rants were very bold, profane, and often offensive, and his conservative views were controversial in the early YouTube community. Starting in 2009, Anthony had an online feud with another vlogger who had been on YouTube since 2006, named Asia McGowan. Asia had nearly the exact opposite beliefs Anthony had, and they apparently had begun to argue online, with Anthony leaving many hateful comments on her videos. They had apparently lived in around the same area for a long time as well, with Anthony previously going to the school that Asia was currently attending. On the 10th of April, Anthony would murder Asia in a classroom of the Fine Arts Center that Asia attended. A YouTube video Anthony released just days before the murder-suicide he committed detailed his plan to take his own life. This video was reported to the police by a concerned viewer, though it was entirely ignored. Rest in peace, Asia. Starman3, or Jacob Ware, was an early animator on YouTube, both known for his Super Mario 64 machinima and Roblox blooper videos. While he was popular in both the Super Mario 64 and Roblox communities in their infancy, allegations of Starman3 being a would very slowly arise. In this video that user Jacob the Badass 867 made sometime in 2013, he would share screenshots of 23-year-old Starman3 engaging in weird romantic conversations with a 13-year-old girl, in the middle of a bunch of vulgar and immature criticisms based on how he took hate comments. It's insane to me now how lightly these allegations were taken at the time, and him allegedly being a was more of an offhand.
It goes from that to you stream Wreck-It Ralph illegally in 3 seconds. Wow.
In 2020, even more allegations with updated screenshots would come to light against Starman3. Some victims even alleged that Starman3, a YouTuber they looked up to, coaxed them into acting out strange fetishes of Starman's, including... The case of Starman3 is very disturbing to me, as the Super Mario 64 community as a whole didn't take action for nearly a decade, and in that time, Jacob allegedly groomed even more underage fans. Especially in the early 2010s, the community surrounding the game Super Mario 64 was almost entirely made of children. People would start taking note of these disgusting actions in early 2020, and Starman3 stopped uploading on his main channel. He's now active as a part of a Let's Play collective that's existed for some years, named Grand Star Legion. You may recognize Starman 3's character if you watched SMG4's videos early on in his career. Pioneers Productions was the screen name that Randy Stair, also known as Andrew Blaze, made a YouTube channel under in 2008. As far back as 2007, Randy had uploaded hundreds of vlogs and sketch comedy videos to YouTube, even catching the attention of big-name YouTubers like Fred and Ray William Johnson. Starting in 2013, Randy's mental health had started to rapidly decline, following the death of some of his closest friends. In this time, Randy had become increasingly obsessed with the ghost character Ember from Danny Phantom, even starting a Danny Phantom spin-off animation series called Ember's Ghost Squad, or EGS, in 2015, believing that when he died, he would be resurrected as one of the ghost girls in his EGS series. At the same time, Randy was also becoming insanely obsessed with the perpetrators behind the In the spring of 2017, a series of tweets he made on alternate accounts made it very obvious Randy was either going to harm himself or harm someone else around him. In June, Randy posted a video where he flipped a coin 3 times. If the best of 3 resulted in heads, he would kill himself. If it was tails, he would kill himself and others at the Weiss supermarket he worked at. By this point, Randy's channel had been on the decline and he only had a few hundred viewers, and none of them saw anything wrong with this. The result was the supermarket. On the 6th, Randy uploaded another video showing all
07s.
all of the Weiss supermarket entrances and exits that he was planning to barricade. On the 7th, Randy would barricade the exits with wood before uploading a digital set, journal, manifesto, his suicide tapes, and more online. He then proceeded to kill 3 of his co-workers before moving to the deli section and taking his own life.
Why is it always
Randy's
deli
YouTube
section?
accounts besides
Why is it always
2
the deli
have been
section? Not gonna lie.
closed. It's insane to me how many times Randy publicly stated he was going to harm himself or others without anyone noticing or caring. Many people who had briefly checked in on his videos in the months prior noticed strange behavior but thought it was some sort of act. With Pioneers Productions, which wasn't in use anymore by this point, being a comedy channel after all.
Alright, we're on the final stretch. Tier 6. Buckle up, what the bottom of the
2011
iceberg.
Slovenian YouTube incident refers to when on the 3rd of December 2011, 3 videos of closed meetings between the Slovenian government were leaked onto YouTube under this name. The videos were recorded between 2008 and 2009 and were apparently kept in a safe on DVDs, only accessible by those who were authorized. The perpetrator is unknown to this day. Before I get into this next part, YTPs, or YouTube poop, refers to a genre of videos that mash together video and sound clips from different movies.
Oh yeah, my favorite are the Jimmy Hill YouTube poops. Those things always kill me. Those things
Movies,
always kill me.
shows, cartoons, and video games. YTP was a big thing back then and still is to some extent nowadays, having been on the platform since 2006. YouTubeDrama.com was a website owned by Trevor Rieger, the self-proclaimed most banned user on YouTube, that documented very petty and meaningless drama in the YouTube community from 2007 to 2010.
Wait, what did I say? I didn't read that.
Petty and meaningless.
Pause and read for a good idea of what YouTube drama was like. Okay. December 7th. 1. Philip DeFranco sells product placement iMac on eBay and disables comments. November 18th. 4. Charlie is so cool advertises Nintendo Super Mario. November 23rd. 3. Community channel her video tags by only having her name in the tags. June 16th. 2. Renato is one of the very few YouTubers who uploads YouTube videos during a family summer vacation, which is supposed to be quiet time being completely cut off from the internet. June 17th, 2. Wicket and XGoBobeanX, wow, that's an Xbox username, are rumored to be secret lesbian lovers who both have a, and wow.
Drama in the YouTube community from 2007 to 2010. The YTP community has always struggled with copyright in some way, with MC Mangoes being no exception. The most known drama to spawn from YouTubeDrama.com occurred in September 2009, after the termination of the YTP creator MC Mangoes, or Mick Mangoes.
What are you saying? What do you mean wrong
write a
stream?
pretty aggressive statement on the YouTubeDrama.com website about Mick Mangoes' termination. Then he would publish a video about it.
Mick Mangoes is suspended. Mick
What the
Mangoes
freak?
is suspended. Why? Let's see. Could it be because you love to upload copyrighted cartoons like Mario's, like Simpsons, anything dealing with Nintendo or Fox? You love uploading cartoons. And this is part of the YTPMV, which is the YouTube poop movement, because you are re-uploading those stupid YouTube poop cartoons with Homer Simpson smoking weed.
Because of the absurdity of some of the things Trevor says and the weird speaking patterns and
Bo even commented on himself. Oh my
voice
god.
effect, this video became a meme in the YTP community very quickly, and is still referenced by some to this day. On Christmas Day of 2009, the infamous YTP creator MayAids caused a strange YouTube hacking incident. Through an unknown exploit, MayAids was able to change a strange YouTube
I thought Robotnik was a male.
Hacking incident. Through an unknown exploit, MayAids was able to change the thumbnails of anyone's videos, spelling out obscenities on famous musicians' channels, changing Justin Bieber's thumbnails to this picture of Dr. Robotnik, changing hundreds of YTP thumbnails to the Sanrio character Piano Chan, changing everything on Fred's channel to this guy, and much more. Old school YouTubers like Charles Trippy, Shane Dawson, and What the Buck would report on this, stating that YouTube was entirely hacked. Despite people making a huge deal out of it, changes were reverted within the next day, and this case was seemingly forgotten. MayAids was an infamous troll in the YTP community around the
Okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. Let me
next day, and this case was seemingly forgotten. MayAids was an
Okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. I would with tails.
infamous
Okay,
troll
I'm
in the
gonna go ahead and say
YTP
it.
community around the late 2000s, being banned from both the YTP-based form YouTube and YouTube itself many times. Most videos and screenshots discussing the incident are lost, though it's confirmed it did happen at one point. ZB333 was the first Polish YouTube account to reach 100,000 subscribers in 2010. It was an alternate account created in 2007 by the user S4S, and this channel was used by S4S to test out and discover bugs and glitches in YouTube's new site layout. The most notable of the glitches ZB333 found included an unlimited subscriber glitch. Through going to the page of a playlist a user created, you could subscribe to them multiple times. This is how ZB333 got
You know what I
100,000
mean.
subscribers in such a short time span, before getting his accounts terminated. Some other bugs he discovered included viewing deleted comments, viewing the comments of private videos, and bypassing captchas on the YouTube website. In August 2006, the Universal Tube and Rollform Equipment Corporation manufacturing company, which was founded in 1985, reported that their
I don't know why it wasn't further up in the iceberg.
website had crashed after 68 million visits to the site that month alone. This is because their website, which they had the domain for since October 1996, had the address youtube.com. Universal Tube said they were receiving 2 million monthly site users just from people trying and failing to go to the video sharing site YouTube. On the 30th of October, they filed a lawsuit against YouTube that was settled in late 2007. Universal Tube's new website domain is youtubeonline.com. YouTube was a much larger company than Universal Tube even back then, with Universal Tube only having 17 employees. Godly Recon was a vlog channel run by a woman named Caroline that joined YouTube in 2006. Story goes that she started receiving weird private messages, and she would talk about these in her vlogs, claiming she had a stalker. In April of 2007, an eerie video named Goodbye was posted to her channel, and it would be her last video. Take a look.
Whoa, what the f-
Apparently, this video went
what the fuck was that? What the fuck?
viral when it was posted, though YouTube took it down for its disturbing content. To this day, Caroline has never been found. Is what I would say if this was real at all. It turns out this fabricated story about Caroline and the Goodbye video originated from a variety of different top 10 videos that were released in 2016. A supposed archive of her channel was posted alongside it too, which isn't on the Real Wayback Machine, instead being on archive.org's HTML file archive counterpart. When this was discovered, the original video that talked about the story had the section about Godly Recon removed. Boots Made for Crushing was a channel dedicated to videos of of a man crushing small objects like apples with military boots. While it's certainly
What the
strange,
hell?
it doesn't seem too alarming at first. In 2014, the channel was banned after it was discovered that the owner of Boots Made for Crushing owned a second channel named Boots666, with unlisted videos of the same man crushing small animals like worms, toads, snails, and much more. These videos were to fulfill a fetish not too far off from zoo sadism, often containing extremely vulgar titles. Some titles include Buckaroo Boots Squish a Little Hopper Flat, Boots vs Little Toad, Fry Harness Boots Crush Some Snails, and Patrol Boots Making You a Horny Little Toad Flat. Mr. Sleepy People is a now deleted channel created in 2011 that once hosted 38 videos. When you are in a very deep sleep, especially after a night of drinking, one messing with your face would not wake you up, and this is what fuels the fetish-based channel Mr. Sleepy People, a channel all about non-consensually opening the eyelids of sleeping girls, often licking their eyeballs. Oftentimes, the people in these videos are either partially blind or have contact lenses and can't feel someone messing with their eyes.
This is an actual description from. Couldn't make a long one since the eyeball since. Wait, couldn't make a long one since her eyeballs were so sensitive to light, and that she is also part.
Alyssa Davalt is a very strange case. 32-year-old Alyssa Ann Davalt was convicted on 2 counts of homicide by child abuse in 2020 after killing her 2 newborn children and throwing away their bodies. She was sentenced to 40 years in jail without parole. While the case itself is very tragic and disturbing on its own, what I was intrigued by originally was that every headline seems to have called her a YouTube beauty vlogger. I have not been able to find any re-uploads of her videos, the original channel, anything. She might not have been a YouTuber in the first place. All I was able to find were a few scattered images of makeup designs she had posted on Instagram under the now defunct account Davalt. Even YouTubers reporting on the situation in 2018 back when it happened couldn't find anything about her YouTube career, which is especially funny considering some articles depict her as a very famous beauty YouTuber. Natural Selector 89 was one of the 2 aliases the perpetrator behind the joke in Finland uploaded to throughout 2007. Through archives of these channels made prior to the shooting, we could see that he loved to talk about things like Columbine, especially taking a liking to Eric Harris. His final video showed a slideshow of images with him and his gun, and images of the school he would later attack.
Okay.
Lynn Ann was the name of an obscure YouTube channel dedicated to praising Eric Harris, one of the 2 perpetrators of the Columbine shooting. The channel itself was created in 2011, though it didn't start getting any recognition until around 2015, when the owner of the channel, Lynn, started posting creepy videos praising Eric Harris, talking about him like he was a god. In some videos, you can see Lynn showing off her Eric Harris-based necklaces and pillows. The channel was taken down at some point in 2023, and it only had 5,000 subscribers. Jared Lee Loeffner is the man behind the 2011 Tucson shooting, which claimed the lives of 6 people, severely injuring Gabby Giffords, who was his main target. Jared Lee Loeffner had 3 YouTube channels, all of which were created in October of 2010. First is a now deleted channel that Jared posted a worrying video to, rambling about genocide and the torture of American students, all while walking around the community college he attended with no particular destination.
We are looking at students who have been tortured. They're low income pay in 2 wars. How's it going? Thanks for the bee. I'm pissed off. What's that?
Huh?
I lost my freedom of speech to that guy.
Damn.
And this is what happens. I'm in a terrible place. It's the school that I go to. This is Pima Community College, one of the biggest scams in America. The students are so illiterate that it affects their daily lives. Here's the best part of the bookstore. The bookstore, the bookstore, the bookstore. It is so illegal to sell this book under the Constitution.
This book, you didn't even say what book. You said this book.
The second was Star Hit Schnoz, which only had one upload, a 7-minute video named America.
Okay.
Each views. Some quotes include the government is implying mind control and
I don't want to get swatted by the U.S. government, so I'm just gonna go past that.
brainwashing on the people by
Because, as far as I know, wearing an American flag is an act of terrorism.
controlling grammar. If I'm the mind controller, then I control the belief in religion. And if you create one new currency, then you're able to create a second new currency. If you're able to create a second new currency, then you're able to create a third new currency. You create one new currency, thus you're able to create a third. It should be mentioned that Jared was diagnosed with paranoid schizophrenia around this time. This was just a few months before the 2011 shooting. And at the bottom of the iceberg, we have Cultural Philistine. Cultural Philistine was a secret YouTube channel that the perpetrator behind the Adam Lanza uploaded to. The channel was created in September of 2011, and audio commentaries on a variety of topics were uploaded to the account until January 2012. The topics range from pedophilia to religion. This channel sat dormant for 9 years before it was discovered on the r/masskillers subreddit. When it was found, it only had 3,000 total views and 26 subscribers, with some videos even having less than 10 views. This is 5 hours worth of previously undiscovered ramblings from a 20-year-old who shot and killed 26 different people, almost all of them being children.
And I'm so upset about this because that's all that I see you is doing. The way that you interpret children is the way that I interpret the way that you advocate to this system. What else can I say about this? There's nothing to say. This is hopeless.
And it's insane to me that this channel was only found in the last few years. It sat dormant for nearly a decade, and in that time frame, little to no one watched any of the videos on the account. The channel was discovered on the 12th of September 2021 and was terminated less than 24 hours later. Everything on the account was archived. Before this, Adam had one other YouTube account named Fuck Comments. It was registered in 2009, no videos were posted. However, a slew of very chilling comments were posted by Adam in 2011 and 2012. In response to an unknown comment, haha, gun and kid in the same sentence. I have fantasies of grabbing my guns and hunting down everyone that fucked my life over. The doctor prescribed Celexa to me after I've been having these fantasies. I've been taking the medication because I'm afraid I might lose my self-control if I take it. What the fuck do I do? Possibly the most disturbing is a conversation with another user named Adam, who I'll simply be calling user to clear up any confusion.
Alright, buckle up, this is gonna be a wild ride.
A video of someone firing guns. User says, man, why must every target on YouTube be of a paper human? It just shows that guns are meant for one thing, killing people. Adam responded, last time I fucking checked, that's all guns are for, kill them all. User responded, you don't have any guns, and no, the ones in your video games don't count. Adam responded, yes I do, kill them all. User responds, kill who all, and your daddy's BB guns don't count either. Adam responds, kill everyone, you, me, them. User responded, just kill yourself and leave everyone else alone. I recommend drinking a gallon of bleach since you don't own any firearms. It works just as good, but might tingle on the way down. And Adam responded, nah, I should kill you first. It's the obvious logical choice here. Two 11-year-old comments on his final video are very interesting to me, as people could very clearly tell the guy narrating was a lunatic through his views. The two comments read, you're nuts, go seek therapy, and you're a sad, silly little man, aren't you?
Damn.
Final entry, they removed the snake Easter egg. Why did they do that, bro? They should bring that back.
Yeah, true, for real. Thank you all so much for watching. Really appreciate it. If you're new on YouTube, make sure to subscribe. If you're on Twitch and you haven't already, follow me on Twitch. Without further ado, let's find someone to raid. Thank you all so much for watching. Please have a good rest of your day. I'm out. Dang it, no one's live. Anyways, see you next time. I'll probably stream tomorrow. I don't know when, but I'll probably stream tomorrow.